fall like blood in the rain, dripping down your face, feeding your pain. The sky's on fire, you rolled in flames. You come for mercy, but no one came. The fucking line, it's crumbling fast. The saints are rotting, the shadows cast. Rivers of blood drag a holy ground, while I rise above wearing death's thorny crown. To me, I'm the end you seek. Fuck your faith, it's broken and weak. I am the storm, the truth you'll receive. No more lies, I'm the God you believe. Your temples burn, your idols break. All your beliefs, I'll fucking take. The earth splits open, swallows your greed. Your holy words, nothing but greed. Angels fall dead when soaked in red. Your gods forsaken, left you for dead. No more mercy, no goddamn light. I am the darkness, I own the night. Bow to me, I'm the end you seek. Fuck your faith, it's broken and weak. I am the storm, the truth you'll receive. No more lies, I'm the God you believe. Alone, on bones of kings, the hollow crowns, now worthless things. Your gods are gone, their voice is still. I take the throne, back to my will. Above the night, where shadows creep. Your blood is mine, your soul I'll keep. No prayer for me, no sacred song. I am the God you sought for so long. Lies. Rise from the ashes of me. Your gods are dead in the fire they laid. No more saviors, no more lies. I am your God, watch your fate die. Die. Bow to me, I'm the end you seek. Fuck your faith, it's broken and weak. I am the storm, the truth you'll receive. No more lies, I'm the God you believe. Through the veil of death I call your name. I'm breaking my shadows, I'm playing the game. I rip the sky wide, watch it bleed black. For one solid breath, there's no turning back. I feed the flame with the last breath. A single touch will bring you back from death. I'll burn the world to its final scream. Turn every soul for this twisted dream. Let the livers not try, let the blood rain down. I'll call your name in this hollow ground. Kill the sun, rip apart the sky. I'll make the dogs kneel to watch you rise. Your heart stopped, but mine still curse. I'll offer the earth, let it choke on thirst. I'll watch the stars shatter, each one a toll. In the end I'll hold nothing but your hollow soul. The earth will crumble, the heavens will fall. I'll sacrifice it all for your final call. I'll burn the world to its final scream. Turn every soul for this twisted dream. Let the rivers run dry, let the blood rain down. I'll call your name in this hollow ground. Kill the sun, rip apart the sky. I'll make the dogs kneel to watch you rise. When the bitch gets sloppy, it's pure monstrosity. Tactical as fuck, no room for equality. Just knives, chaos, and hateful ferocity. Misogynistic is sadistic, nihilistic, not limp-wristed. She gets fisted, chauvinistic. Go fuck yourself, you little bitch shit. If you think I'm being mean, you can't deal with the obscene. Grow a pair and get a life, while I put 13 inches into your wife. When the bitch gets sloppy, it's pure monstrosity. Tactical as fuck, no room for equality. Just knives, chaos, and hateful ferocity. Yeah!
Somebody pinged me.
I don't know. What was that? I heard noises.
I don't see money.
I don't see money. That sounded like a money sound, but I don't know what it was. I just don't want to miss. I don't want to miss a thing. And even if I bleed again, it's not 'cause I had my period. Wait, what?
In without lube?
God damn it, no. The Tyrannosaur goes in whenever I want it to. It's my favorite dinosaur toy. Howdy, everybody.
It's like the hand dinosaur.
Oh, that's the little the claw thing.
Not even the claw thing. I'm literally like the fucking literally the puppet.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So you're just fisting yourself with a dinosaur Tyrannosaurus.
I'm gonna have to. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to like one day just like get my wife really in the mood and just come at her with a with the puppet. Oh, I'm gonna want to fuck.
We're gonna go feral tonight, honey. Comes back out wearing like combat boots, a fucking like hat, and then two of those just rawr.
Sock puppets. Oh, good. Just want to double check. Can everybody hear Dimmy this week? Because last week we started and nobody could hear you. I just want to double check. By the way, howdy everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Dimmy is a bit low.
I'm always a bit low. Like I could adjust it on my end probably.
It might be my end or your end. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna just adjust.
I mean,
is that better?
Do we sound better, children? And now we wait the like 30 seconds to actually see.
Yes, we do. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I hope everybody's doing it, but at least they can hear you, so that's a plus.
Yeah,
Low
it's better than
volume.
last time where we had like a 5-minute conversation before we knew that nobody could hear me.
Yeah, Amber says low volume but can hear. And then we have some yeses.
Hey. Bell's here.
Wait, who's here? A Bell? Oh, is that
Yeah,
Bell?
Amber. Yeah, that's the one that was brought on for Minecraft.
Oh, so okay, that's the one that I said that I haven't talked to them yet, so I don't know how horrible I'm going to name them yet, and they didn't answer, but I'm assuming they heard me. Love you. Don't know you. Love you. It's okay. No, it's okay.
a good possibility that she was all fucking.
She's probably
like,
sitting there like,
talking
the
to
fuck
someone.
is he gonna name me? What is he talking about naming me? Just look in the Discord at your fellow Discord mates. You'll understand. Yeah. All right. There
I
we
told
go.
you who was autistic.
I'm not autistic. Yeah, no, that's a lie. You know what's really funny? I would like to recount a particular thing. So my wife and Mephisto are the ones that got me to go get diagnosed. I just want to point out, I'm so autistic. I'm so autistic that I didn't know I was autistic. I was like, no, this is fine. This is just how people are. Everybody hyperfixates on these specific things. It's like, no. So I was questioning it with my wife, and I was like, how do you like, what do you mean? Because I was like, Mephisto says I am. She's like, oh, you fucking are. And she was like, okay. And then she points out the fact that, like, she's like, you can identically play anything that you hear once. She's like, other people can't do that. Other people have to practice things. You just listen and then do. And I'm just like, I don't know why I made her from Wisconsin.
She's nowhere close to Wisconsin.
She's nowhere, dude. Like, what's really funny is she when we first met, she had one of the accents that I find like abhorrent, and it's gone now. Thank God. I tell her that, I'm like, it's gone, and it's thank the Lord that it's gone. Because I love you, but God, that accent is atrocious.
There's only one thing that'll make us divorce, and it's that accent.
No, it's if you ever somehow magically woke up with a Boston accent, we're getting divorced. Because it was I see Boston as one of the most abhorrent accents. But let's be real, New York, New Jersey, kind of right after it. They're not far.
Honestly, I think New Jersey's worse
than Boston.
Yeah, I think it's just because you've been around it for so fucking long that like it's become not as bad. Whereas like to me, my brain just goes like, I hate you as a person. You
know what I don't like about it is it's like that fake Italian. Like everybody tries to sound like they're Italian, but they're not Italian. It's like, listen here, all right, Jamal, like you're not Italian, all right, Kumar. Your
name's Caden.
It's like your family literally immigrated from Ireland. Your dad speaks like this. Your last name's McFinnigan. Like, stop it. No, man, I'm fucking, everybody calls me Money T. Let's go down to the shore, and I'm going to put heroin needles in my pee hole, and every one of these sluts is going to slob my knob.
It's actually Patel.
Oh, my God. I'm fucking, fuck New Jersey, man. Anyway. Okay, the British accent's horrible too. I just saw that in chat. By the way, howdy everybody. Welcome to Raw and Uncut. Giggity.
Where we just kind of shout random shit
at each other.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. Sometimes we have random people that join and they don't realize we're live. Typically their name is Emmy. It's very funny.
I think she's doing laundry today, so I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But anyway, I do hope that everybody is having a fantastic one. We have had a lot happen this past week, I would say, that we would like to discuss. Now, normally this is not a complete news show. This is kind of a little bit more...
It's kind of like our autistic ramblings and just random thoughts.
This is our screeching in the corner stimming. Publicly. Yeah.
Yes, I want you to watch.
I want you to watch. It's like my kink. What's your kink? It's like, I really like when somebody shoves a pinky up my butt. What about you? I like stimming and having a social breakdown and having people watch.
Sitting there screaming, please.
I saw, you know what's really funny? I saw this clip, and it was these guys that were playing a video game, and he says, oh, this is my cousin, and then he's like, oh, can we say hi to him? And he's like, yeah, he's autistic. And he goes, oh, okay. And he walks up to him and then just starts going, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. And just starts shaking. I was like, this is exactly what I do. It's the funniest thing ever. Oh, it's so horrible. It was the funniest fucking, oh, I loved it. I loved it. I needed it. But we do have some stuff now for everybody who has, I'm sure a lot of people have watched the Angry Cops video because it is currently at it's at a lot. It's at 147,000 views, something like that. Yeah. And so a lot of people obviously went on that. One thing I will say is I wanted to go over some of the comments that I got on that. that because
Good ones or the bad ones?
both, because I got the reason being is because obviously I'm going to do an update video, so I'm not going to mention all of the things that are going to be in the update video because no shit, it's going to be in a video. You guys are going to have to wait Monday probably. But what I will say is in the video I said that the internet had kind of come to a consensus that like, hey, this is kind of something to that we're all gonna latch on. Is like, yeah, Buffalo School's bad in this is just a bad look regardless. Now in the comments, quite a few people had made me aware of a place on the internet. Demi, I'm gonna give you one chance to guess which this place is in a moment, that disagrees and believes that the school system is in the right covering up abuse and sexual assault of children. What part of the internet do you believe?
I would like to say Reddit. Final answer.
Okay, that is your final answer, and it is.
I'd like to lock it in.
You want to lock it in? It is Reddit. So of course the predators on Reddit, and yes, I did call them by their proper term now. They are apparently now. I don't go on Reddit. One, it's a hellhole from everything I've heard.
It is, and it's not really a good forum space either.
Two, I don't like forums. Just my brain doesn't click with forums, you know? So
I like actually being able to break things down and find them and not just be lost in a sea of nothing.
That's kind of how I feel. I feel like it's a sea of nothing. So like people are like, oh, well, the entire internet doesn't agree. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like everything I've seen on like X and like Facebook and YouTube has been like people even like left, right, center, doesn't matter, being like, hey, this is a fucking bad look. And then they're like, yeah, no, Reddit. And I'm like, oh, I don't go there. Like, you know, sorry, guys.
But it has r/ is like, yeah, but it's just one giant thread and I don't care. I can type it in Google or Bing or what have you and search a thing and it'll pop up a Reddit thread specifically about what I'm having an issue with. That's great. I'm not gonna go to that Reddit. Yeah.
I've done that like with like anything like, oh, I need to fix this one tool, and like some subreddit out there is like,
this one coding issue or something of that nature, and it's just like, I had this once on this specific machine. I was like, thank you.
Yes, it's like, okay, cool. This weird fucking problem that like that 3 people have had. Yeah, I figured that out. It's this particular screw has to be turned like counterclockwise.
It took me 14 years.
Yeah. So it's like that I understand, but that also like I'm finding from Google, not by like browsing endless.
I'm using a third-party web browser to find this. I am never going on your site to look for things.
So my thing is at what point do you believe that a person's belief system corrupts everything? Because the only reason I can think of,
the moment it affects literally anybody except for that singular individual.
Because like, okay, like I know people that are on the left. Like one of my best friends, probably one of my best IRL friends, he is far more on the left than I, right? Like we disagree on a lot of shit. But also at the same time, if I said, hey, how do you feel about child exploitation? He'd be like, anybody who does it should be thrown into a wood chip. You know, like he'd be right there with us. But at what point does the switch consume somebody, I guess is my thing, because apparently these people have been consumed by that belief. That
I think it's the fact that the allegations came from someone, you know, Richard Hyde, the fucking angry cops, which they already don't like all the time. First of all, because he's a police officer, so you know they immediately hate him for absolutely no reason.
It's true.
And the fact that he's worth the people, like the allegation came from Unsub, and for some reason, every one of them hates every person that's been on Unsub, even though quite a few people that have been on Unsub are very left-leaning individuals.
Very, yeah.
And they tried to stay out of politics. They tried to stay out of politics as long as it doesn't have to do with something like, you know, child predators. In which case, that's not politics. That's a disease.
Yeah. No, and like what I'm seeing because people pointed out to me some of the stuff, and I'm like, what the like these people are clinically insane. I did see a lot of what you're saying, like that they just don't like him because he's a cop. Now I'm gonna tell something. I used to be the dude Like, because for anybody who doesn't know, I was like a hyper anarcho-capitalist libertarian at one point, where any state power, even consolidated like you know, like tiny amount of government, I was like, no, it's fucking evil in totality, right? I used to
then you realize people are stupid.
I realize people are stupid. A huge amount of people are stupid. That's the so. Yeah. But anyway, you grow. I'm still much more like libertarian conservative. Like, I don't believe that somebody should tell you that you have to obey Christ or some shit. Like, whatever, you know. Like, there's things that I'm going to be like.
I'm actually okay with this because if you read the Bible, he also likes to flip tables and beat people with sandals.
You're technically not wrong, but the point being is
I can point it out. It's entertaining.
I'm not going to say that like everything has to be ruled by some religious belief system or sense of whatever. But at the same time, I'm not going to say that like all government. So I used to be one of those people that I'm like, oh, cops are inherently bad because they are a militant arm of the state. Right? That was my mentality at one point. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, that's a communist thought. It's also an anarcho-capitalist thought because the lack of authority versus central authority. Really, communists should love cops, which is really funny. Because they do when they're on their side.
Yeah. The moment they go, no, you can't do this. This is a public space, and what you're doing is actually taking freedom from others. They get really upset. It's weird.
So, but I used to be like an anti. You know who made me not hate cops, Demi?
My two guesses are either Angry Cops or Donut.
Both of them. Actually, it started with Donut. So Donut through Matt Carricker, because I was introduced to Donut through Matt Carricker, and then after that AC, and I was like, huh, like you like I watch and I'm like, I didn't see that. You know, and so
the belly flop into space.
Okay, that was great, but no, like I didn't see that point of view. Like what I had seen was this person was shot by the police or something, right? And then you see Donut cover it, and he's like, "Hey, this is the actual footage, and this is why." And I'm like, that makes a lot more sense. And so my thing is like I was exposed to new evidence, and I changed my view, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, totally get it."
So how the scientific method is supposed to work, unlike what people in the newspapers will tell you?
So, yes. So at what point does evidence no longer sway? Like there's a point, it seems, that evidence, like you could be literally shown.
There is just like a whole cultish behavior that is, and I'll say it's on both sides. It's because we've seen it personally, both sides.
It's everywhere.
That you are so locked into your views that you refuse to accept any outside influence, even though it's like, here is all the evidence.
I don't like it.
And I feel like there's a lot of people like, I'm not gonna say a lot of people on Reddit, but a lot of the loud people on Reddit, and that's what we're seeing is the loud people on Reddit.
Well, I feel like that's like the world at large is like you see the loudest people, you see like the angry small group, but the problem is that people also listen to the angry small group rather than the majority of people that are like, nah, you know?
Well, it's not even they listen to, that's the group that gets publicized because it makes good up clicks and such. Yeah. Welcome to, legacy media and why we should never use it.
Adam, we love you too. And Cat Turd is a really good example, actually. Cat Turd is completely consumed by the right. But not the right, by like what I would call the new corporate right.
Yeah, like that really weird subdivision that's just, it's so loud everyone thinks that everybody that's right leaning is part of that shit.
He is what I would consider like a MAGA cultist, where it's like he believes that it's infallible on that side, and it's like no side's infallible. I still believe in that much. I just believe that one side is better.
There's a lot of shit going wrong right now.
Oh yeah,
it's still loads better than what would have happened the other way.
That's my belief, and mind you, I just want everyone to know this is going to be like a hyper political episode. It's just this is something that I've noticed in the comments.
We got here because we were talking about something that shouldn't be political. Maybe we should bring back to it.
Yeah. So now another one of the comments, and this is one of the ones that I find most disheartening.
Yeah.
Is the amount of people that said, they either experienced the abuse, not necessarily at Buffalo schools, but in a public school setting.
Yep.
A lot of people at Buffalo schools, I sent them I actually messaged Nick and I said, hey, is it okay if I pin this comment, your tweet as a comment, so then people can contact? He said, yeah. And I said, okay, cool, done and done. But I sent them that, I commented with that. But the amount of people that had said that they were like abused or that they have seen this kind of stuff nationwide was staggering.
And it's one of those things where, like, you may have seen it a bit yourself. Like, I know I saw a bit of it personally and with friends, but just the amount of shit where we've seen people have just been like, oh no, we had terrible things happen in our school system and it was just covered up. I'm sorry, I'm pulling it up. It's Take the High Road, high being spelled HY, at gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you. If you're a parent, student, or teacher with information about the incidents that may have been mishandled by Buffalo schools, please email Take the High Road, HY Road, at gmail.com.
Yes.
Include as much detail as possible, names of individuals involved, locations, dates, and times. Be sure to let us know if you wish to be anonymous or not.
Yeah, make sure.
Sorry, I just wanted to read the post out since we were talking about it.
I agree.
Especially since we do have people out here that are from that area.
Yes, we do. And so I just, but here's the thing. I'm a dude who lives on a mountain in the middle of the woods. I have my wife. I have my daughter. My daughter does not go to a public school, mind you. Thank God. My animals. And I don't really have to worry too much, right? Of course, I worry about like the state of the world, right? But like, I don't have to.
Parent doesn't.
Yeah, but I don't have to think about all this horrendous shit to my knowledge, right? The worst I've ever had to deal with is there was somebody who was bullying my daughter, and we had to deal with that. Cool. Yeah. Not cool, obviously, but cool, like, okay, I understand, like, shit.
That is small level shit.
Yes, that is small level, like, in comparison. You know, but hearing some of this shit, I was like, Jesus fuck, like, how have they not been investigated before? And so what my question...
It's every school system in the U.S.
Not only that, but also is I do believe that over time... that people have believed that the school systems are some infallible thing that, like, oh, even if 99.9% of it, you know, is let's just say 99.9% of it's good, that 0.1% that's bad can't be that bad. Meanwhile, it's really like 60-70% good, and then like 30-40% of horrible, not just bad, like the devil is there, you know? And it's like
I wouldn't even give it that much. I would say like 40% of it's good because we've gotten so far away from actual teachings.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I mean, even from when I was in, and that's 10 years ago now, it is steadily, I was watching even in the advanced classes I was in, how dumbed down a lot of the content was becoming, to the point where they just wanted you to know the answer and not the calculation of how you got there, no matter what subject we're talking about. So it's like, no, the answer is just this. Well, how did you get there? You don't need to think about it. That's just the answer.
No, that's okay. So from a scholastic standpoint too,
I was thinking about it, like, I would put it there, and that's their entire setup for the entirety of the school system. So like, they don't care if someone's being bullied. It's whether or not there was something that happened that actually required them to step in. And the moment they had to step in, it's whoever caused that step in. So if you fight back, defend yourself, suddenly you're the problem because you've made the louder noise. It's like we heard with Rich talking about it, where it's like the kid bringing in evidence of getting abused at home. And it wasn't until they came to school literally bloody and bruised that they did anything about it.
I also think that, and I hate this, but I do think to a degree that we as humans have, especially with the advent of the internet and like everything's in our face with social media and stuff, we've become desensitized to a lot. So we have to have this horrific thing actually shoved in our face for us to acknowledge it, right? And I'm saying us as a species, not like calling any particular, but like,
and it's one of those where I believe that we should have some type of, I'm going to say, the word sensitivity training, but not in the way most people do. That, you know, I'm not meaning sensitivity training, literally to tell whether or not like you have been desensitized to the point that you don't know when something's wrong, like what you're talking about. Because like, especially if you're in an inner city school and suddenly it's just like, yeah, everybody comes in every day and they're talking shit and talking about killing each other. It's like, maybe you need to take a moment and go like, all right, I don't need to be here anymore. I
just want to open up a piece of my script. Hold on, give me a second. Nope, this is not that one.
This one just says you had sex with a bear.
Yeah. I shan't deny it. No.
Somebody's been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Actually, that's a great game. I want to play. Okay, here we go. So I have, sorry everybody, this is part of my script. So if it flashed up on the screen, apologies. So one thing, this will be in the update video, but I would like to just mention, because you said like, oh, the inner city is especially like, you know, are things wrong? It should not take 17,722 police calls to a school system to determine that there is a problem.
Oh, I agree. And I think it's also part of the whole thing that's kicking off this issue, or at least what has brought it to light. You should not run something that is taking care of children based off of what lawyers are telling you.
I hate the idea of like a set curriculum, because the reason that a teacher goes to school,
that's Department of Education, we already
which federally needs to, because somebody commented saying, oh well, we have to get them involved, and I'm like, no, they should be abolished first off. But
haven't they already been set up to be destroyed or dismantled?
I believe that they're supposed to be, but it's
to quote Nick Freitas, you tried to replace fathers with education and you found that doesn't work.
My thing is that the education, I don't even know where I was going. My brain just like fucking died.
We don't have trains of thought here, bud. We just kind of rumble over a dusty road.
There's trains somewhere. I want to know where, so I could rub my balls against the trains.
Do they have square wheels?
They will after I rub on it.
Not even like the same level, like one of them's on its point while the other one's on its flat, so it's all types of fucked up.
Myrick asks, didn't the counselor make a report that the girl was lying before the girl had the video? So the girl had come in and said, the counselor had said that the girl was a known liar.
Abused and said she was a known liar, but it was like literally the reports saying that the lying was entirely based off of like, yeah, I used to be more popular at my old school type shit. Like, so nothing on the same level as I'm getting beat at home.
Yeah, nothing in relation, like shit that like a kid's going to do. Like, let's be real. Come on, we were all like,
almost every kid has lied about that type of shit.
Hey guys, I'm not sure if you know this, but at my old school, you ready for that? At my old school, I got to have sex with the cheer captain. Actually, that did happen.
I was gonna be like, Tack, I know this story.
Yeah. He was beautiful.
And the teacher.
Wait, okay, well. Anyway. I would like to write to... Hold on, what's that email that I need to email Nick about? She told me to put it in her ass. What year was this? 2005! No, where? The tennis court! Anyway, my schooling was interesting. I went to a private school. I went to a preparatory school. I want everybody to understand that. So, yeah. Anyway, but
you went to the prep school as the foreign kid. And
kind of, yeah.
This led to you.
Yeah. You guys want to know how you end up like this? Okay, first off, be foreign.
Abuse.
Second off, be abused. Third off,
be bought.
Third, well, abused, purchased. Right. Third off, okay. Make sure that you date only the worst people for a little bit, like at least 2 years. Don't go after the person that's gonna make you happy. Go after the person that's gonna make it happy. And then you'll end up like me.
This kid's has been a PSA about how not to end up like Pac.
Notice that drugs were not involved. Like a lot of people
Honestly,
assume
the surprising
drugs.
part.
Twisted, what's up? Anyway, sorry.
Oh dear Lord, you good?
Be an orphan. Yes, be an orphan. You guys, I know it sounds tough, right? But it's not really. Like, just you know,
Just remember, it's like you're 2 steps away from either, you know, Batman or being Tac.
And Batman's more sad, okay? He might have billions, but Batman is proof that billions doesn't make you happy. Beating
Just
random
Wonder Woman's
homeless
ass.
people up. Beating random homeless people up in Chicago. That's what does it.
The thing is, it's literally just Chicago.
That's what it is. He's just beating up people in Chicago, and that's what makes him happy. I must be happy. I am the night. Like,
And then proceeds to fuck every hot woman that passes in front of him.
I mean, hey, me and him got that in common, my dude. But you know, like, hey, I want to be the Swedish Genghis Khan, except I want to do it with consent. You heard? Okay.
They consented after a while.
God damn it. Oh, fuck. Well, moving on. I just
The
wanted
James Bond kind of consent. 4 no's and a yes is still yes.
That's why I slapped my wife. If my wife ever backtalked me. Did Sean Connery, and then when he was asked to apologize for it, he said, no, I'd smack her again. And I'm like, I love this man. He's so fucking good. Oh.
It's so sad. One of my favorite movies from him is the reason that he stopped acting.
Oh, you're talking about the
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It was such a good movie, but it was so shit on the back end.
I liked him as Bond. He was the Bond. The first Bond that I really started watching was him, and then Pierce Brosnan, and then I got into Roger Moore. Yeah. You guys, for anybody who doesn't know, I adore James Bond. I have his guns. I have his suits. I've got pretty much everything that I've ever wanted revolving around Bond. I do want to.
Daniel Craig is in his closet right now.
So he's alive. Think
you have to feed him.
I did. I gave him goldfish and some Cheez-Its. So
just imagine. I'm just the scene from fucking Hellsing Ultimate Abridged just going through my brain. It's just like, oh, did Daddy forget to feed his gimp? It happens to all of them.
You know what's really funny? I was showing that to my wife. She was like, the fuck is this? And I'm like, greatness.
Let me get some sip.
Well, no, I was showing her that, and then I was showing her ghost stories. And she's like, what are we watching? And all of a sudden it's like,
the official English dub.
The English dub is so good.
The official English dub of Ghost Stories.
We don't know Japanese. Doesn't matter. Do it. So fucking good. You know what's really funny is the Japanese version's like what, a 2-star, but the English dub version is like a 5-star. 5-star. It's so funny.
It was like the actual show is not great. And it's like they got paid to do this. They had already been paid, and then went, "Hey, we don't want to finish writing out the fucking translation. You guys can do with this whatever you want." And they went, "I mean, I've got a week of being paid already. Let's do this."
And they just
were just taking. Oh. They just took turns writing the show. Like each member of them wrote an episode.
It's so funny, dude.
That's what you sound like.
By the way, I don't have the DB5. That's what I want. I want the Aston Martin DB5. I want I want
one, except for I won't fit in it.
I will.
You're at least skinny.
I'm not even that skinny anymore, dude.
Yeah, you're like 6'5" though. Like you could reasonably try to like wedge yourself in it.
No,
I'm 6'7" and built like a logger.
I think that you
I think that's like a 5'10" maximum car.
I think it's a 5'10". I think it's about a 5'10" one. I'd have to sit in it and like really kind of see. I'm gonna go to a car show and I'm gonna say, hey, like, do you mind if I like sit in it?
Thinking about buying one of these. I want to know if I want to know
if I will fit in it. Like, can you just let me know? And those guys are typically very cool about that kind of shit. I do know that I fit in like the new Corvettes and stuff, but an Aston Martin's totally different.
New Corvettes just don't feel like good cars.
No, the new one's great. The new one's great. It's the old the C7 that I fucking hate.
I like most things from like, I'm gonna go like mid 80s forward. I don't really like for the Corvettes.
I don't like, you know what? I love the old Stingrays. My father-in-law had one of those. Yeah, my father-in-law had one of those.
They just slowly went from like, this is a pretty awesome, like we're legitimately trying to make a race car that anybody could buy.
Hardy Harmonica said, wait, a guest tied to a chair with a hole in the seat? No, that's what I do to Dimmy when he comes over. He fucking,
yeah, except for the hole's not where you think it is.
That's how we feed him. Just takes an entire Subway sub, shoves it up there.
I can taste it. You know there's taste buds down there? You will.
You ever dip your balls in Tabasco sauce? Because you got taste buds on your balls, everybody.
Hmm? And your butthole, both.
Yep, you can taste with both.
It's just normally your brain blocks it out, but I mean, after you've been there long enough.
Yeah, everybody make sure you test that. Don't do it. I am explicitly telling you not to shove Tabasco sauce up your ass.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay, Ranch Doritos are kind of baller. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
James
I went
Bond.
and saw Alton Brown.
You did? How was that? Tell me.
It is fucking phenomenal. So, like, for anybody that doesn't know, Alton Brown is the chef that used to be on the TV show Good Eats, and then it was like Good Eats Reduxed. They went through and they made a chef challenge show. I forget the name of it. Where he was one of those where like literally he was replacing like your tongs and shit like that with like a lobster claws and like just ridiculous shit.
Mm-hmm.
But his entire, like, it was almost 3 hours. Live show was him discussing bits and pieces about like him learning about being a chef, but it was almost a stand-up piece, but it was very much, you know, like this is my life type thing.
Yeah.
I ended up getting his book, which I do have signed.
Hold it up again.
I've got the signed.
Look at
Alton
that.
Brown.
Fucking
Food for
nice.
thought. He is one of those chefs that I watched growing up that got me into wanting to cook.
Okay.
And like his description of it, the entire thing is like he wasn't somebody that grew up cooking well. Like one of his stories was legitimately being in his 20s, taking a recipe and going, yes, I need to do this so I can impress a girl for a dinner party, and then completely fucking the recipe up because he didn't read it completely. Like his entire thing was he had a bunch of shit that was left over after he was done doing all the cooking process. Then he's going like, what it asked for these ingredients, so he just threw them all together in the pot. And it was terrible. And like part of the recipe that he didn't get because he just went to the library and got it from a magazine.
Yeah.
He didn't get the very bottom where it said all of these pieces are meant to be together in a marinade for the chicken that you then throw away after pulling the chicken out and then cook the chicken. So he threw all of that shit together and it just tasted awful. Which you can imagine most marinades for meats, if you were to put it in the direct meal, are just terrible.
Oh, it's because it's going to be like hyper salty, hyper vinegary.
Yeah, and he's just like, he's talking about like, I know what'll fix this, sour cream. Because sour cream in most meals will fix the meal, even if it tastes terrible. But not if you have something the consistency and acidity of battery acid. Because that's what a marinade usually is, because it's meant to tenderize the meat.
Yeah. A lot of citric acid. Fuck. You know who my celebrity chef was that got me into liking food?
It was him and damn it, my brain's not working. Suicide a few years ago. No Reservations.
I don't know.
God damn it, that's gonna bother me.
The guy with the Netflix special?
Yes. He used to work for CNN, was known for doing cocaine. He was really good friends with Craig Ferguson.
Oh my God! His name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
It's no reservation.
Comments.
That's what I know.
No,
comments. Tell us. Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain. Thank you. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, because it's Alton Brown and Anthony Bourdain are the two chefs that I'm just like I turn to for fucking everything.
Mine is Emeril Lagasse.
Really, Emeril?
Emeril. You want to know why? The motherfucker.
Is he like saying "bam"?
No, it has nothing to do with that. He had a kind of the same humor that my grandpa had when he was cooking. So like, what it was like. He, like when he sprinkles salt in, he goes, whoa, 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 and he like makes noises. He's animated. I liked that. And I also just like that his entire thing was it doesn't have to be difficult, even if it seems it. And he was like, look, like he's like, all we're doing is we're making a caramel. And then he just do it. And you're like, oh, that really is easy. It's just butter and sugar. And he's like,
it's just, the entire thing is you've got to have it on this low heat and keep moving.
Exactly. But he was like, but once you do this and it's perfect. And he says, and also he's like, we're making a tart. And he says, you got to put the apples in. And so yeah, you're gonna have to flip it, but you can't wait until it's too cold. And he just walks you through in this very animated kind of natural way. I like Emeril Lagasse. So I understand. I mean,
he wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's just there was something about like for Good Eats, it was the being walked through everything and like Alton Brown's very animated. Yeah. Anthony Bourdain, it was you can make anything taste delicious, and then his like No Reservations and there was a couple other shows that he was on. He was just traveling around the world, and he took the different shows that were doing that, and he goes like, yeah, we aren't going to do that. None of us, like, we've contacted a few people, but we're literally going to people's houses and asking them if they would let us film with them. We're going to like our contacts home. Yeah. And this is his grandmother that doesn't speak English and has never seen a white woman or a white man before. Can I tell you something? That's one of the things. A lot of people, here's the thing. I think TikTok is essentially evil. The one good thing about it, I can't tell you how many awesome like people have made just fantastic content on there that I have found. Oh yeah. And one of them is Nona Pia. Have you found her? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. So she's great. I love her. She is such a sweetie pie. And then I found this woman, and she's like not a homesteader, like because a lot of people that do this kind of shit are homesteaders. But she's like a typical mom who realized kind of like everything's poison, right? And so she's like, one of those that realize everything that's mostly fucking made at the store you shouldn't eat. I gotta find her name, but she does this series where she's like, welcome to Homemade, and it's Ho-made. And she's like, where I teach you how to make shit at home. And it's like this simple. She's like, we're making fucking pancake batter. This is how you do it. It's stupid easy. She's like, don't buy this shit. Look at all the, what is xylitholable? She's like so sarcastic. I love this bitch. But my favorite, like, just go get a thing of flour. Yes, pretty much. And get this kind because it's not like an enriched, over bleached thing. Get this kind. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. And if you want to mill your own, like, it's very easy the way she describes it. The other one that I fucking love is Lavina. And she is a Amish woman who escaped the Amish or left the Amish. She was a Schwarzentrooper Amish, so she was like the super orthodox kind. And her recipes, first off, she will look at you dead in the eye. She'll be like this. And this is her entire video. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the apples and we're going to put them into the pan. And she will never break eye contact with it. And she's doing it all. Yeah. And you're just like, I would be spilling everything. And this bitch is like, and this is exactly 1 cup of butter. And she's just like looking at you like, the fuck? And she's so good. The hand-eye coordination on this woman. This woman. I actually told my wife, I was like, I want to get her cookbook because it's like a digital download. I want to get it. It's so because I follow her recipes. I followed 4 of those recipes so far. How many of those do you think that like I would rate on a 10 out of 10? I'm gonna guess all 4. 4 of them. They're fucking so good, dude. They're so good. I mean. Get the book. Tell me how good it is because I'm always looking for new cookbooks. I will like, do exactly that. Like I need to rebuy because the fire took them out. But it's like I had just gotten the tasting history one. Okay. Because I love that dude. And then actually, I just purchased it. I think Beto and Hollis's newest cookbook, but I also had his old one, Tasting Yesteryear.
Tasting Yesteryear?
Yeah, so do you know Beto and Hollis?
No.
So he's this originally very effeminate gay dude, but then you start learning more about him, realizing no, he's just putting on an act even more. He is a gay dude, but he's like works on old classic cars and shit like that. He's a pretty awesome dude. During COVID, got bored and started taking like cookbooks from like the 40s and 50s.
Oh, okay, I do know him. Yeah. Very skinny, very skinny, like anorexically so.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's just taking like Jello mush.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
You can tell this was made in the 50s.
He's like, we're making butter cake. It's like, the fuck? And then it ends up being delicious. And it's
like, what are the ingredients? Flour, sugar, butter. Well, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, okay, I do know him. I think I follow him as well. Oh man.
Oh Lord, you are my enemy. He just flops it on the ground because it won't come the fuck off the package.
Steel Rye is asking if I'll put so they're TikTok pages. I don't know if they're YouTube.
If anything, you can link their TikTok page, maybe.
I'm gonna see.
I don't know. Like TikTok allowed you to do that for a minute and then took it away again because TikTok's a terrible platform.
It's Lavina Zook is the one. Here we go. It's literally just a girl. And she's fucking amazing. That's the one I recommend. I just threw it in chat. Go find Lavina Zook and subscribe to her.
Tab.
She's so good. She's so good, dude.
I hate that weird AI image thing she has.
Oh, the Barbie? Yeah, it's so weird. It's sketchy, but she's fucking fantastic. And here's the thing, when I make a recommendation like this, it's because I actually watch them and I actually actively like follow their recipes.
Ooh. Kangaroo just linked me a cookbook in
in Discord? Ooh, yeah. What do we got?
Mark Olive's Outback Cafe Cookbook, A Taste of Australia.
Oh.
So is it just like random meats and beer?
Pretty like, I mean, it's Outback cooking. That's kind of what, you know, like, oh, you know what other videos I love? Those videos where the people go out, like literally out into the middle of like the fucking nowhere, like by a river, and then they just have a rock and they're like, yeah, steak, and they don't talk at all. They just cook. And I'm just like,
yeah, but the ones that are actually by people that you know what they're doing and not just jackasses.
Yeah, but it's like this perfect, like they make a perfect steak, and it's like, hey, by the way, we're just using these.
It's like the outdoor boys, like the dude that just takes his kid out there and shit like that. Like I love it when he does cooking because it's just like, yeah, I brought stuff from home to cook, and he's just like you said, it's on a rock or like in a fucking tin can or something like that. Just.
And Bloodmutt's asking if I've heard of those weird sexual cookbooks. Can I, Demi, do you mind if I, really quick pull up one of, because you remember I'm writing a recipe book, right?
Yeah. I thought you were going to bring up, the other one.
Wait, which one?
The Food Wars.
No. I mean, that is a sexual cookbook. Where the hell is mine? No, yeah, I have to find it. Hold on.
You hide shit from yourself.
I fucking do, dude. My autism is not organized. I apologize to everybody. Book. So this is a skit. Okay, yeah, that's a skit. For anybody who doesn't know, I wrote a bunch of fucking skits that like I want to film at some point, but I get like.
Technically, we have a skit that we need to film for the 7-day series.
All right, so I wanna read one of my. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Hold on. Always eat pussy and do drugs. So my entire cookbook that I'm writing, because I am writing a cookbook, mind you, and people have said that I should live stream it or make videos on it. I don't know if I'll do that yet. But I have an entire recipe. And it's all hitting on you the entire fucking time, and like calling you essentially like a simp and a lonely fuck. Like that's what it is. So yes. Also, I know that
Frenchie, yes, that is who we're talking about. B. Dylan Hollis. He tagged you into thing in general.
Oh, okay, yeah. So wait, I know how to write? Yes. Sometimes. I wrote a book. Anyway, you ready?
You did.
I did.
It was good.
Thank you. We still have to fucking change up a couple of things for continuity, and yeah. But my chicken. Who here has heard of Marry Me Chicken? Have you heard of Marry Me Chicken as a recipe, Dimmy?
Yeah, but entirely from you.
Okay. Well, Marry Me Chicken, for anybody who doesn't know, is chicken so good that it'll make the person you cook it for want to marry you, right? Now,
yep.
I wrote, it's called Fuck Me Chicken because marry me implies commitment and we don't fucking do that shit here. So, I said, let's be real. This chicken isn't here to put a fucking ring on your finger. It's here to make you feel something for the first time in months. Creamy, spicy, and dripping in sauce, this dish doesn't whisper sweet nothings. It straight up screams, eat me, you lonely fuck. Perfect for when you want to impress someone, or more likely, when you need an excuse to sit alone with a bottle of wine and cry about your latest dating app fuck up. And then I have the recipe, and just so that you understand, some of the instructions, oil and butter it. No, not like that. Garlic for the lonely. Cheese it up because dairy is the only thing that fucking loves you back. So I just want you to understand. Yes, I know about the sex cookbooks. I'm writing one. So, and I've had a lot of the sex.
A lot of the sex.
A lot of the sex. I have done the sex many's.
He's even got a prize for it. It's called a child.
I do. She's 14. I've had my sex prize for many a year. She's about to graduate from high school,
which is still impressive.
Which is really, no, she's so smart, dude. She's so fucking smart. And you know what she did yesterday? So she had to make a PSA video about like drunk driving. Yeah. You know, you're learning about so she played the Grim Reaper in it. So I'm talking to her, and then she's like, all right, and then I gotta rush back to the school, and I'm like, why? She was just like, well, I came home right after because I filmed this thing and we did this thing for the drunk driving to let everybody know that every 15 minutes somebody dies from drunk driving, and she's like reciting the points to me because she's autistic. And then she's like, weird. And then she's like, I have to take off all of my Grim Reaper makeup so then I could go back to the school and then I could run the garden club. And I'm like, cool, all right, bet. So you're the one. She's a high achiever. It's like way more than I ever wanted to do. She's like, but I want to get into a really good college, father. And I'm just like, okay.
You're like, I like to play with pressure washers and make dick jokes on the internet.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I went to college. It's not like I didn't. I just think that my degree is, I would
useless.
Not. Here's the thing. I find it useless, but at the same time, even if I worked in the field, it wouldn't be something that makes me happy. You want to know why I like owning my own company, just doing like gutters and pressure washing and like soft washes and stuff, because I get to physically do stuff.
You also can't get fired for telling somebody that's being an asshole to go fuck themselves. That too.
Actually, I've only had one fucking person. They called me and said, how much would it be to clean my house's gutters? And I gave them a really fair quote. I think it was like $250. And it was a decent sized home. And I was like, yeah, $250. The other people in this area are going to charge $350 to $400 for this guy's house because it was a decent sized home. It was like, I think like 3,600 square feet. So you're not talking about like a fucking like little ranch, right? And he got so fucking pissed off. Mind you, he was from another country and he had emigrated to New York. And he was like, well, I think he was from Ukraine. And he was just like, well, the people that are doing the skyscraper window cleaning, they're only getting paid $75 an hour, and you want $250? And I'm like, okay, they're what's called an employee. They have no risk in the company whatsoever. It's like they also are attached to like 5 fucking different things for safety reasons because of OSHA. I was like, me? I'm a dude with a fucking ladder, and it's just me doing the fucking work and also giving you a detailed report and a guarantee after. I was like, there is a big fucking difference between those two things that you are not getting, sir. And he was just like, he was not having it. But I was like polite the entire time, and at the very end of it, he said, oh, go fuck yourself. And I said something like, no, sir, I have a woman to do that for me. And then I hung up the phone. And I was just like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Go back to your communist hellhole of a country. You come to America. I'm giving you the deal of a lifetime, you little shit fuck. Eat my dick. All right, Yuri.
He's trying to start
Sergey.
a fight in general chat.
Really?
They posted a thing from Twitter, which is the U.S.'s contribution to the Second World War has been grossly overstated. I'm just like, are you trying to get beat up?
Who posted that?
Let's see. What is their name? Batman super long ball hair.
No. He posted it and said someone felt the need to issue the fat electrician a challenge.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
I was talking about the person on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, they're not trying to start a war. But somebody is, yes. Nick
Somebody
already went off on the
doesn't-
guy, did he really?
It's like somebody doesn't actually know history if they think that.
Yeah. Morton says that he's got a buddy who owns a small plumbing company, and he's telling me the same sort of story. That's the thing, is like the majority of clients that I have, I'm gonna say 99.9%, because it was really just this one dude, have been like the most gracious motherfucking people on the planet. And they're like the sweet, like, okay, for instance, I got a call, I think yesterday, from a client that had wanted me to come back and do their house again this year.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, 100%, I'm totally. And she had messaged me. She says, I never give reviews, but in your case, I will make an exception because you fucking deserve it. And so she like left me this receipt, and so she sends me a thing, and she says, hey, I just checked with my tenant because it's a rental property that she's owning that she wants me to clean. And she's like, I'll get back to you shortly, because I gave her a date and time. She sent me back, we're good. And I was like, no problem at all. She says, thank you so much. Looking forward to working with you again. And it's like, I get so many of those that me getting one fucking douchebag, it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna smile and nod through all this, because I already know that like the majority of my clientele are gonna also tell you're fucking dumb. You know? Yeah. It's like I don't have to tell them shit. I don't have to tell them shit. But yeah, wait, what about Rumble? Who's peeing on Rumble?
Are we peeing on Rumble again?
I wonder, can you legally pee on Rumble? It's a free speech platform, right?
I mean, probably there's like straight up hate fucking on it. So.
Oh, is there?
I mean, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it acts like Twitter.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that it was at like that level. I don't really frequent it because it's UI just on the back end does not gel with my brain.
I mean, front end, it's even kind of terrible. It's like I was fine with using locals for our after show thing, and I need to figure out how to set that up for us again.
Yeah. Used to work with them. Most people are majority of people are gonna be great. I'm a firm. Oh, Ardent streams on Rumble. Okay. Do you hate fucking?
Or hate fucking.
Do you do hate fucking on Rumble?
We could.
Have either of us heard of Pepper Belly Pete on YouTube? I have not.
No, but are they hilarious?
I'm
feeling like it's some guy named Pete that does a lot of pepper belly pork, which could be delicious.
You know what I really like? I love pork belly, but you know what I really. Oh, you know what I don't know what. You know why? Because it made me think of Guga. I want a picanha now. It's like,
you're a bastard.
how to tell that I am actually a fat guy?
Whenever we talk about food.
Yes, talk about food. Exactly. Also, so I had posted a picture on my ex, and it was my hair. My hair is getting exceedingly long, and I'm in the phase where I'm like debating whether or not to cut it all off. Okay. Now, if I don't, it's going to be a Nordic braid that's just going to continue growing, right? My hair within the year will go down to my ass, essentially. I want everybody to see, because everybody right now, all they see is me with a hat on, right?
I mean, that's why I'm wearing a hat right now. My hair looks like ass. He's different from the other guys.
Slit my wrist and black my eyes.
When I was a young boy.
My father, he fucked me in the city because my dad was gay. Anyway. So, what do you guys think?
You black and tans, come out and fuck me like a man.
I still love when you first said that to me. I fucking cry laughed, man.
I'm constant, like, it is on my regular playlist, so occasionally it's just like, come out, you black it, and I immediately go, come out and fuck me like windows will be open, and I'm shouting this.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again.
So we're here just singing Little Lion Man.
Wait, forget I left a comment on my Instagram post and never liked it. I don't go on Instagram unless I'm uploading something, and I hate Instagram. I hate Meta. I hate everything that that company stands for, and I was bullied into
the fact
using
that they
it.
name themselves Meta.
Yeah, if you have to say you're Meta, you're a fucking beta cuck. You little fucking piece of shit. Fucking Zuckerberg has big black men fuck his wife. Anyway. I'm one of them. No.
I was born a poor black child.
Fucking shit.
What, you kids never seen The Jerk?
So Scimitar saying fucking putting Fiverr down for the Nordic braid. Okay, so you want me to grow it out. Putting the money where your mouth is.
You have to do that at least once a month because that hair care products, they ain't cheap.
I actually, okay, so I don't use too much hair care product on my hair. Like, my hair has just naturally got like the right amount of oil. It's fucking weird, man. Yeah.
I have to do it just because I'm constantly like, kind of like you work wise, where it's just like, there's just shit that gets in my hair.
So that's why I wear a hat with work. But yeah, I understand. My hair is just kind of crazy, and like the one thing, my hair is super thick, like extraordinarily thick. It's almost impossible to deal with, actually.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about because so was mine.
Grow it out so I could use it as a kinky whip for my wife.
Are you saying that you're wanting him to cuck you?
Like, are you like what? Maybe.
That's what I'm getting out of this.
You use Instagram for the big titty goth women? Then go on X. There's more of them.
Go on Tumblr. Find them.
Wait, fucking Morton goes, my hair started jumping ship at 19. I hate you. Flex the locks. I love that you gotta throw I hate you in there. Love you too. Gosh. The metaverse is the future, so let's call ourselves.
Wait.
Oh, they did think the metaverse.
I like Arden going, I use shampoo, conditioner, body wash, ball deodorant, interdegreaser, and lighter fluid. Yeah, but where's the toothpaste?
And it's named Avalanche Fuck Bear. It's like
you notice that with like, let's just talk about like general care products, you know, like bodily care products. Females, they're gonna get a list of shit that tells them exactly what it is, a very detailed name, and it's gonna be like lilac summer or something like that. Like it's gonna generally tell you what we got bear, fish, shark, summer man.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is the scent? It doesn't, like, nowhere on this. The ingredients are 40 chemicals you've never heard of, and there's not a scent on any part of this. You're just like,
so do you want to know what I actually use?
Some sad.
Do you know what I use? I use literally goat's milk and pine tar, like, to clean my body, man. I'm like so fucking OCD with, like, I don't like the chemicals.
Well, it's like I started using Manscaped stuff just because, like, I already have their trimmers and shit, and it's not
fair.
really that expensive. So it's like deodorant. What is the name of this fucking thing? Refined. How is that a scent?
Refined?
This is the name of the scent because they have like 2 scents.
What the fuck? I know
like
that, what is it? Old Spice is like really notorious for like the crazy names, like a bear glove. Isn't that one of them?
Yeah, but like normally, like before this, I was using Dove Men's, and it was like there's Extra Fresh and Clean Comfort, and like Clean Comfort literally smelled like laundry, and Extra Fresh smelled kind of like outdoorsy, like you've walked into a grassy meadow or something like something that you normally would go like, this is a guy smell, and I went like, this doesn't hurt my nose.
See, whenever like because my wife is like obviously the only woman that I'm trying to impress with my scent, right? So I'm not like super like I want to smell super nice, but apparently according to her, I do. And I didn't. Here's the thing: you stop believing like the person you're with because it's like they're the person who's kind of supposed to say nice shit to you, right?
Yeah.
So what broke me free of that is I went to a gas station, and I went in. This is back when I was smoking, and I went in to go buy a carton of cigarettes, and the woman who got me the cigarettes was like, I want to say this like heavy set, like kind of, you know, probably my age, but you know, and
definitely somebody that works at a gas station.
Yeah, but also she looked like somebody who was like probably like on Tinder and like really sad about it. And so I walk in and she like brushes her hand on my hand, and when she's giving me the thing, she goes, "You smell so fucking good." And I was just like, thank you. It's like, okay, I walked out.
I'm gonna cover myself in diesel fuel now.
I was like, eh. It's like, it made me feel gross, but then it's like, oh, somebody else. So I told my wife, and she was like, oh, I have to kill a bitch. And I thought it was so funny, but apparently, because like, I feel like anything that's
anyway, that's how the body got in the garden, and that's why he's having to redo the garden right now.
No, the garden's done.
Oh, it's done?
It's done. Here, I will send it to you, good sir, and I will show you.
Send me pics.
I'm gonna send you. They're not gonna be of my dick this time. Hope that's okay.
Good. I have to scroll past those.
Cupcake with 5 says YouTube won't let me say what I actually wanted to, so all I'll say is chalupa. Chalupa. I mean, thanks for the 5. What about chalupas? I think he's trying to say something about a fupa. Fupa? Are you trying to say something about a fupa? Are you?
Are you?
If you are,
blink twice.
Yeah. Where's that fucking picture, dude?
Pardon. It's like Porco Grosso.
El Porco Grosso. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to be mean when I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like, she's obviously like, I think she's like lonely and not getting, I feel like maybe I just encountered her on the day that she might have just kind of let the inner thoughts out. Because I've encountered her since, and she's just been nothing but cordial. But it's like that one day was like,
or she can just take rejection really well.
I didn't reject her. Like, I didn't feel the need to. I was like, thanks. Because like, it was like, now what's really funny is,
cry.
Did I tell you guys, do you guys want to hear a really funny story about when my wife wanted to kill the bitch at McDonald's?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know this, they don't. So we went through a drive-through at McDonald's, and this woman, so you know they have you like pay and then you go to the next window, whatever. So she was like, I have a hand tattoo, and she just was like touching my hand. Oh my God, your tattoos are like so nice. Do you have any more? I was like, my autistic ass is like, yeah, I have them on my chest and my back and my arms and all over. And she's like, oh,
I'm gonna talk about my tattoos.
So I was like, I thought she's complimenting my I'm so oblivious, apparently. I'm so far out of the game, man. Like, it's just so fucking. My wife goes, this bit, what? And she's like, she's like, oh, I'm a killer. She starts fucking taking her fucking earrings out. I was like, oh, it's fucking great. My wife's psycho. I love it. Get yourself a psychotic woman. I highly recommend the Russian ones.
Like a protective one. Not like the will leave you at home and like lock you there, but the type that will stab a bitch for you.
Yeah. The one that like when you like come home with a dead body, you're like, hey babe, I had a bad day. My boss is in the trunk. You know, like that she's gonna be like, let me grab the shovel. That's what you need. You need a partner in life. Partner.
What he's saying is watch Dexter.
What I'm saying is be Dexter. No, that's...
And fuck your adoptive sister.
Don't do that. I haven't watched it.
Show is so weird.
I haven't watched it, so is that something that happens?
Uh-huh.
Does he fuck his adopted sister?
So like, yeah, that's like the main relationship for a few seasons, if I remember correctly. Like, I didn't watch it. My sister-in-law watched it, so I just, in passing, saw a lot of the shit going on.
Got you.
But like, yeah, he was adopted by a police officer who had a daughter because he was like the only survivor from like his parents getting killed or something like that. I may be getting this wrong, but yes, straight up, like, he does eventually start fucking his adopted sister. And she knows he's killing people. Like, he's a serial killer that only kills like serial killers.
That I did know. I knew the premise. I just never watched it. Also, Connor, thank you. Happy to have covered it. And we have an update video that's going to be coming out Monday, I believe. Mm-hmm. We're trying for Monday.
As long as it gets edited.
Last topic, not this. Wait, what do you mean last topic? It's never the last topic. It's only the first topic.
What? We don't have topics here.
Men getting compliments versus women meme IRL. You know what? That is
kind of.
Yeah. Can I also say, I genuinely do think that a lot of the times as a dude, we are somewhat oblivious to certain things because we're never direct. Like, I'm not going to pick up fucking hints. If you're dropping hints around me, I'm not going to go searching for them. And I don't know about you, Dimmy.
You look me in the eye. Yeah, it's look me in the eye and go like, hey, I like you. This is what I like about you.
Yeah,
cool.
Right?
We can figure shit out from there.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
if you're doing the whole dropping hints, because we are guys in the world we live in, especially right now, it is, I don't want to then go, all right, cool. Do you want to go out? And then suddenly get slapped in the face because, oh, we picked up the wrong hints.
Yeah, like, also, from what I've heard, dating...
And it's even worse if you are any type of autistic, ADHD, etc., because you will pick up things that aren't there because people are just being nice and you aren't fucking used to it.
That also goes for people who were abused, because there was a long time that I want everybody to know, I did not feel familial love, and I mean that like in the sense of like a mom and dad loving their child. I didn't get that. So as a result, I had what you would call a vacant hole that had never been filled in my heart. And I filled it with copious amounts of sex. And like, because that's what you do. It's the same kind of thing though, where like you're going
more than a few really crazy chicks.
Mm-hmm. Also,
I was talking about me.
Rezgar says the actors fucked in real life, not in the show, is what they're saying. So it wasn't part of the show. It was the actors actually fucked.
I could have sworn that if they didn't fuck, they were like alleging that they were like dating and shit in the show.
Watchman says, I think you're mixing Dexter and his brother. His brother survived and started dating the sister to get back to Dexter. That might have been it. I don't know.
I didn't watch it. It was just shit that was happening.
I flat out said I've never seen the show, so I don't know. But I will say, crazy people will fill that void temporarily, and then they will make you feel worse. So really, genuinely,
but it's like the difference of eating, you know, like a store-bought, like shitty for you cake and like going home and cooking a steak. Both of them are gonna fill you up, but one of them's gonna make you feel like shit in a few hours.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I will say, as somebody who has like been down the mountain of like just mistakes of human beings in my life, find yourself like, don't even subject yourself to it. Just trust me, the moment is fleeting. Find somebody who's going to make you feel whole again. That way better, way better. I got mine downstairs. She's cool. She's pretty neat. Myrick says communication is key. Guessing has too many issues. Yeah, I don't get that whole. Like, it's not a fucking game. People like to pretend it's a goddamn game. No, it's
they're being coy. I'm not gonna play this game. I don't care.
Yeah, if you're being like shy, okay, I understand shyness, and it's like, okay, like, but like if you're having a hard time telling somebody something, okay, like maybe like the situation is making it a little more difficult. You gotta get past your insecurities if you want things in life. So, you know, if you fucking want something to work with somebody who's shy or you're shy, fucking, there's gonna be a point where you have to get the fuck over it. You know, like, hey, guess what? I hate crowds.
One of you's gonna have to sit down and go like, hey, this is hurting me to say it, but I need to so we can continue as people.
Yeah, but like, this goes for everything because like, okay, I hate crowds, right? I also, for anybody who doesn't know, I fucking despise public speaking. Like, it gives me anxiety. It gives me anxiety. That's what I'm getting to. It gives me anxiety to the point where I feel fucking ill. Right? But I have found that being on YouTube and live streaming and doing videos and being on Discord has helped in that regard, because it really is way worse for me in person. And I've gotten so comfortable here that being in person is a lot easier for me. I have been so socially awkward my entire fucking life, and I'm so much better because of this, because I took that chance and said, I've got to get over this at some fucking point. And the thing I went over was the
like Donut in person, where he's just like, I don't want to fucking be here. And he's like,
yes,
dude, billions of people know who you are and have watched your videos. He's like, yeah, but they were never in front of me.
But that's how I feel. And like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, if I were in his situation, I would feel the exact same way. I would shut the fuck down until I got into a rhythm. You know, because you get into a rhythm and you're like, but I'm going to tell you, I would be fucking like terrified. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, so Mitchell C. Hall Dexter was married IRL to Jennifer Carpenter, Deborah, the sister, says Resker.
Yeah, I know they got into a relationship like right at the end of the show, like in real life. What are we doing?
I don't know. Fucking being autistic.
I like that, like Mordred going like, this is why there were recording rules and customs, so there were consistent standards of communication and info conveyances. It's like, yeah, I miss those. Yeah, I'm fucking autistic.
That actually, here's the thing: is we need to return to that. I feel like social media and like the dating apps kind of broke that.
Because at the same time, like, yes, while many people did step out on their engagements and marriages, things like that, there was also a time period where you would be looked down upon for it, and it made people more honest with shit. If they didn't want to be in that fucking engagement or with that person, etc., they would talk it out. Not all the time, I'm saying, like, in a perfect world, but still, they would talk it out and go, like, they would break off the courtship. The courtship was legitimately meant for you to go, like, much like dating, figure out whether you can be with this person, and if you can't, then you break off the courtship and you are back open to the market.
Let me ask you guys this then, and when I say you guys, I mean you, and then obviously the wonderful people watching.
No, not arranged marriages. Fuck that.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is do you feel that like arranged marriages or matchmakers would be preferable to like a dating app like Tinder or whatever the fuck people are using? I don't know if they're still using Tinder.
They're still using it mostly just for, once again, hookups and shit like that.
Wait, hold on. Cupcake says, hey, Tac, YouTube censored another chat. Check DMs. Okay, give me a second. Censor my chat. Shall I read this out loud?
How bad is it?
It's accurate. I could see why YouTube... It's not bad enough that it shouldn't be on YouTube, but I could see why YouTube did what they did.
The Autobot.
Yeah, you didn't have parents, you had slave owners who bought you for amusement. The only thing you got wrong there is buying me for amusement. They told me why they bought me, and it was for a tax write-off. And so it was so then their tax liability, they could claim another dependent.
Yeah.
My life's great, right?
Let's go back to that arranged marriage thing.
Let's go back to it. I'm listening. I just gotta pee. So.
Well, it's like the arranged marriage thing. I don't really like that. I do kind of like when it's the family set you up and go like, hey, we've set this up as you two might get along, but with the ability to later on go like, no, we fucking hate each other, or we just don't like each other. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Matchmaking, I think, would be pretty good compared to the dating apps we have now, especially since every dating app that starts out as a decent dating app, with, you know, like the algorithm shit and all that, usually gets bought out and taken over by another group that's exactly like Tinder that just wants your fucking money, and they don't give a fuck about the matchmaking side of it. Like, I think even eHarmony did that. Like, originally it was a decent website, and then got taken over by a group that was, nah, we're just gonna do this to make you keep paying for those little pieces, you know, become our silver member, become our gold member, our platinum member, etc. You know, so you can talk to more people, you can do more things, etc. And like, I always fucking hated that shit. Like, we've turned into as a society, we've turned it more into no, we're just here for a short time and not for the long time, and we need more of the long time moments. It's like relationships, especially, but trust me, I know I'm not 100. Like, I know I'm not a 10 out of 10. But relationships for me have always been pretty awful because of the whole thing of like, most people just want to get out and, let's be honest, go fuck each other. And I have never been on that level. I've always been like, I want a loving relationship. And it's really hard to find people that want that nowadays, that aren't also so broken they're terrified to try to get into a relationship.
Yeah. No, I understand it. I feel like the system's fundamentally broken. But, like, I met my wife online. I still think it's possible. I just feel like a large part of it is cultural, not necessarily the technology.
The culture that we've gotten in the technology is not helping. I was like, dating apps cannot survive as a business if they actually put compatible people together. Yeah, they will, because people will constantly be going to it going like, oh, this is a good app to try to find somebody. Yeah. You may not always find them, but it's still a thing.
Yeah, I think matchmaking.
It's the whole same thing of like what I bring up with like modern products. It's like, you don't need to make a product that's shitty and that will break eventually, because even if you make something that's indestructible, eventually people are going to want more of that product.
That's true. Like tires. Tires were originally created to last a very long time, and then they softened.
Light bulbs originally would never burn out. We still have Edison light bulbs that have been burning since they were invented.
Yeah. Well, what I hate about that argument also is people are like, oh, well, we have LED light bulbs now that last, you know, X amount of time, and it's like blah, 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 and they're like XYZ energy efficient. Have I ever seen a bit of savings on my power bill? Have I ever seen it go down? No. Well, I personally have. You want to know why? I don't have a fucking power bill.
Actually, weirdly, yours goes up because you're getting paid more.
They pay me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they pay me because you fucks are using LEDs and running your fucking Energy Star dishwashers and such.
Oh, and it's like all of those, like, everything is made with in a way to break now, and it's I'm gonna say that that's part of the same issue. Is it ties into relationships, it ties into how do you interact with everybody, it ties into, you know, even your items. Everybody treats everything as a form of something that can be replaced. This isn't permanent, it can be replaced.
Yeah.
We've also gotten rid of, like, we've talked about this multiple times and different things, like they've gotten rid of the standard family, the nuclear family.
Yeah.
Like that, your ability to turn to your mother and father and, you know, trust them for information and for your upbringing, etc. They've turned away from religion, and like we've talked about this, while you may not be on it, it's still one of those, like, it was a social construct that helped people keep people together and keep them on some form of moral path if they did not have it from something else. you shouldn't have to be tricked into it, but I'm just saying, like, it was one of those things that did help.
Yeah, like, I will say this, like, for anybody who doesn't know, I met my wife online. The first phone conversation we had, we kind of hit it off, like, right away, and we literally said, so, oh, when are we getting married? And she's like, oh, well, we could just do a courthouse. And I was like, oh, okay, when's good for you? And we just hit it off very well. But also, when the relationship got to the point of being serious, which was not very long, I asked her to move in with me, I think after like a month. We were engaged 6 months in. So it was very quick. I knew relatively quick. And one of the first things we said is, oh yeah, there's no leaving this. If this happens, we kill the other person. That's the penance that you pay. Like, if you cheat, you die. Other than that, it's like, no, we work shit out. You fucking go to bed, we wake up in the morning, we fix it. Yeah. I feel like that's a mentality that needs to happen with a lot of things in the modern day. Yeah.
But it's like, we've treated everything as a replaceable object or a replaceable commodity, that it's just ingrained in so many people that is like, I can just get a new one. People don't treat friends as, you know, this lifelong thing that you should have. And like, it's been like us hanging out with each other. I could see us being friends 50 years from now.
So could I. And I hope I will do everything in my power to ensure that that is the case. But I also hope that it is the case, because we get along fucking fantastically.
It's still one of those, like, we grew up with like those high school friends, and like a lot of us, I know you don't have this fucking childhood version, but a lot of us have parents who is like, they have high school friends that they still talk to this day. Not everyone, not everyone has the same thing, but yeah, but it's still like, okay, this is my uncle. Like, he's in no way related by blood, but like, it's somebody that like I could go to for fucking anything. And until I was much further as an adult, did not have that. It's like, I had people that were there before as friendships of convenience. Yeah. But nobody wanted to stick around. You never knew further. And like, you may have known everything about their life, but you didn't really know that person.
My wife had that. What you just said is like a friendship of convenience, because when she was a kid, her sister, my sister-in-law, who I will say is one of the top 10 worst people on the planet currently. I despise this woman.
To be fair, I've heard about her.
Yeah, it got worse. But she,
oh boy,
yeah, she is. She was the popular one, and then my wife was like kind of the alt girl that liked different music and was made fun of for it. So her friends were only. You want to know what she'll always relays this one memory back to me. She got a trampoline for her birthday. Okay. She was super excited about it. So what do you do when you're excited about something? You tell your friends at school, right? Be like, hey, look, I got a trampoline, right? So all the popular fucking like kids that were, you know, that pretended to be her fucking friend just so they could use her trampoline.
Yeah.
And then they just like they told her at her own house to go back inside and leave them alone. It's like, excuse me? I was like, if I knew you back then, I would have beat the shit out of these people with like a tire iron. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, Joseph. You are late, but it's okay. Excuse me.
Whatever.
But, yeah. I will say this. Yes, it did get worse. I'm not going to get into super specifics, but just know that she has completely abandoned any responsibility as an adult, and that's where I'm going to leave that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
From the stories you've told me, I can take some guesses, so.
Yeah, kind of. You just like immediately kind of, if you know, then you know, is essentially where we're at. But I don't know. Now,
those kind of people.
Now, Demi.
Yes.
I asked Lex this, and I'm gonna ask you, and I'm also gonna ask Chat, but you and I are obviously gonna discuss it more than me and Chat, because Chat is here and they're typing.
Yeah, horse.
Yeah, goddamn.
Get
fucking
better.
Get good, scrubs. So
get the perps to enter the do not join recording channel.
Yeah, God, get good, and then you might be able to join someday, maybe. Actually, technically that's true, because Jessie like moved her way up into the special chat, like just by being fucking like vibing with us.
Fucked up enough.
Yeah, just vibing with us. So that actually, that's 100% something that can happen. I vibe with people in call all the time. But anyway, I had asked Lex who I should do, because I'm bringing back the D&D series, who I should do for the next D&D. Now, he gave me his answer. I'm going to DM it to you.
Okay.
But I want to see what you think really quick before I send it to you. Okay. So who do you think I should do as the next D&D?
It's gonna take me a moment.
Yeah.
Because my brain, like, I honestly don't remember who all you've done as well.
That's fair. I've done Kamala Harris. I've done Brandon Herrera. I've done Demo Matt. I've done Donut. I have done, did I do Nick?
Sorry.
I don't think I did Nick. I did Nick as a cryptid.
You did Nick as a cryptid.
Yeah. I just sent you who though.
I like that one. My brain just went back to politics as well. Cash Patel as a D&D character and make him a dark elf. That or JD, one of the two.
And JD, what would JD be?
JD is just human.
I think he'd just be a human ranger. That's how I see him. Kinda.
He's human fighter. Just flat out human fighter. Yeah, entirely, because like people forget that the most powerful people on the board are the human fighters, because I'm just a dude that's gonna die by 60 and has a sword. Yet I'm still here, like at level 20 with the same dude that can call down gods from above to do their bidding.
That's fair.
I'm on par with them, and that's essentially what he's doing. He's just walking in going, hey, what's up, fuckers?
That's fair. I will say this. I would like to stay out of the politics for a bit, and you understand why.
I can understand why, especially with where we've been with a lot of our content lately.
Yeah, it's just, it's driven me up the wall. Like, don't get me wrong. I still pay attention. I'm still going to call out the stupid shit I see, but I also just want to do like people. So yeah. My other thought.
I like the answer that you sent me, and if you let me say it out loud, or.
No. We'll keep that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep that one.
Ooh, that's JD Delay.
JD Delay would be a really good one.
Ooh, that'd be a fun one too. That would be an interesting D&D sheet. Now, also, I was thinking about this, and tell me what you think. Creating POIs that people can take and plop in their world, complete with the characters for them. So for instance, the unsub house, you can add it to your world, and Sho is the barn maiden. And she is the ruler over 4 autistic retarded people.
I'm gonna have to go back to like what I was doing for funsies and creating homebrew shit with you.
Yeah, it's just homebrew nonsense, and you'd be like, oh fuck, I gotta play this now.
Now uploading to DM's guild.
I still
friends bullshit.
I still love how you were super excited. You were like, "Oh my god, he likes D&D" when we were first getting to be friends. And then all of a sudden I'm like, "Yeah, this is my character." And you went, "The fuck?"
And the thing is, I love your characters. We just need the correct game for you to run them in. We need
the right people is what we need. Yeah.
And to be honest, we should totally record it as a fucking paid for.
JD Vance is a human Hexblade Warlock, because I could see him selling his soul to a desert eagle. The fuck?
That's the thing. I'm still saying just like straight up human fighter, because you do know in D&D, like the majority of sentient weapons were created because they were just used and loved enough that they eventually gained sentience.
Also, so Shaky, I know you want a Grandpa Gaming cryptid. That's so actually I could do him as a D&D as well.
Good, really easily.
Yeah, I already kind of know what he'd be as well in my head. I don't want to give it all away on here, but I could definitely do that. What would Trump be? A wizard?
He's a bard.
Definitely bard. Oh my god, his ability, you have to remember, what is his entire life? Is either in sales, TV, or politics. Bard. Bard, hands
like
down.
He is straight up just like he's a bard. I don't know which subclass he would be. Probably glamour, to be honest. Because he uses like literally the things around him in like the way he says it to bring out people's reactions in such a way that they are more interested in that than what he's
Arden
doing.
says diplomacy bard.
That's not a thing anymore. Did you just saying that he does diplomacy? That would be more like eloquence.
What is Baron? Oh, Baron's an ogre. Sorry. Wait, should I just for the memes just do a Baron Trump cryptid?
Baron is a College of Whispereds bard that may in fact be an ogre, but still.
he's just a Jotun. Fuck
the whole
Jotun.
Well, no, Goliath.
Oh, he's on the Goliath?
Those are the half giant people.
Oh yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, he's a Goliath in D&D. He's a Jotun as a cryptid.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
We just make. Yeah, we have a living embodiment of a Jotun.
I mean, you know what's really funny is people say that about you and me.
Yeah.
You know?
For years, people have called me a Jotun.
Yeah, people say the same thing, and the really funny thing is, I'm small. You're small compared to my brother. I'm small compared to my brother.
Well, it's like I know for a fact there's people in my family line that have been like 9 or 10 feet tall.
Dude, just being the shortest male in my family.
Yeah.
And I'm 6'5". Come on.
Well, it's like I'm still on the larger side, but I know like in past, like there were people that were
like insanely, like stupidly tall.
2 generations back, we had individuals that were 8 foot tall.
I don't know if we've had any legitimate, because technically my little brother qualifies under gigantism.
Yeah.
As like a disorder, but he doesn't actually have it. Because he's proportional. He's just a fucking massive dude. He's just.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is like I'm entirely proportional. I'm a little fat, but like I'm a proportional individual. In most areas, if that was proportional, I'd never be able to have sex.
So Cupcake says he's the tallest in his family, and he's 6'5". I'm 6'5", and I'm the tallest. I'm the shortest male in my family. I'm nowhere near. I'm the tallest.
I mean, we can talk about this other thing. I very much believe there is something that has happened that has made us go from like being this much taller variant to being fucking tiny again. Because humans started out as tiny, and then we had a bunch of tall races, and then suddenly we just started getting short again. And I think it's honestly just like the shit we're putting in our bodies, like the terrible poison.
Yeah,
shit.
it's probably all the crap. I have no doubt in my mind that it's like all the shitty diet and all that nonsense that we're fucking. Yeah, no. That's 100% what it actually is. But like, because like how much of your growth is tied to your endocrine system, and how much of your endocrine system is fucked up because of like microplastics and poison that's in foods.
Yeah, just everything, like including like shit you ate straight up as a baby and whatever was going through your parents and yeah.
I don't know. That's why like for anybody like here's the thing, everything I believe now we've confirmed is 100% tainted with microplastics, everything on Earth.
Yeah,
but
weird when we started using plastic for everything, which we should have never done.
I agree. But I will say that there are ways to reduce the amount versus like buying things that are constantly plastic. And that's like hunting. Getting your meat from nature still is going to have less than one that is packaged in
plastic.
There you go.
And we can just go back to fucking wrapping things in, paper again. It being laid out at a butcher and the wax paper, which is literally just wax, nature. Paper, nature.
Paper bags. Why everyone's plastic bags? In New Jersey, ban them in their stores, so you can't even get like a straw or a plastic bag.
Well, it's like everything went to the we're killing all the trees, so we need to stop using paper. It's like, or we could just use hemp.
first off, we could use hemp. Also, all of the trees that we were using were part of like a replanted area.
That's the thing. What was it? Unsub was brought up the other day, and I know you don't watch it very much anymore.
I haven't had the time. It's not that I don't, because I can't.
Nick was talking about there was this whole thing about concrete versus wood in the UK, and they actually brought in a carpenter with this talk show host, and he's just like, he's gonna destroy him live on TV, and it's just like, carpenter's like, oh yes, you know, wood, it's not very renewable or anything like that. And he looks and goes, you know how trees grow, right? You plant them back. Yeah. Show me the concrete tree. And then he's just suddenly cut the show.
Well, also the amount of energy.
Wood is very easily replanted. Now, I don't like the fact that we are using all new lumber for homes in the US because they're just trash. But it's still one of those, like, hemp's phenomenal for that shit. Trust me, I don't fucking like weed. I'm actually against most drugs across the board for a lot of reasons.
I don't smoke weed, you know this.
But it's still one of those, like, hemp's a phenomenal product, and the only reason we aren't using it is because the paper mill industry will get pissy.
Yeah,
but it's fair. Way easier to make, causes a lot less chemicals to be released into the world by making it. Makes one of the best flame-proof materials that is renewable. Yes.
Also, can I just say something?
Books that do not burn.
Shaky said random hormones in our they said trap water, but tap water and veggies. So yeah, yes, but also can I so veggies, right? Veggie Tales. You know that like with a tomato thing, you know that song? Like if you
like to talk to tomatoes.
Okay, so I can never remember the lyric to that. So I say so whenever I am cooking with tomatoes, I sing that song. I do not know the lyrics. I'm telling you all this right now. So I say, if you want to fuck a tomato. That's the only way I remember the song. I can't. So you're talking to it? Is that what the actual lyric is?
Yeah, if you like to talk to tomatoes, and I believe it's if a squash can make you smile or something like that.
Okay, I only go up to the fuck tomatoes, and then I chop them in half, and then I continue cooking. Don't fuck tomatoes, by the way.
Can we just talk about VeggieTales for a moment? A show that, while it was technically biblical, it always took like the very last like 2 or 3 minutes of the episode for you to go like, oh, we're talking about God. This has been an acid trip the entire time, and this show is great.
What was the other one? JJ and the jet plane. It was also like that.
That was like a weird anthropomorphic plane thing, and it was weird.
It's weird. Gumby is another fucking weird one.
Yeah, we can just Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit. Jeez. What the fuck is this, man?
Penguin with soulless eyes.
Dude. What was that movie that was in the same that was like that claymation? Was it Chicken Run something?
Chicken Run
with Mel Gibson as a chicken. It was like, what the fuck?
It's literally Animal Farm from the chicken's perspective. And it's just, we're just gonna make this weird now.
Oh my god. I was talking to my wife the other day about like movies and shit, and that Chicken Little movie came up, and I was like, yeah, like that movie Chicken Little with the aliens, and she goes, there were no aliens in Chicken Little. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I was right in that, right? There are aliens in Chicken Little, right?
The entire premise is the fact that a piece of the sky, literally an alien, part of an alien ship fell off because they've been watching us.
Fuck you, bitch, you're wrong. Sorry. so I'm glad I was right.
And like they found a baby alien, and they kept getting chased by people, and they realized what it was, and like they ended up giving the baby alien back.
Okay, so I was right on that. Okay, thank you. All right, good. Now I'm gonna rub that in your fucking face. I'm gonna be in a 2-hour car ride tomorrow. It
was almost like the Matrix fucking squid alien things.
Was it? See, that I didn't remember.
That's what they look like, was the fucking like weird robot squids from the Matrix.
I know what you're talking about. I just didn't know. I don't remember everything. I was like, no, that was the premise, right? Like the sky was falling, the mayor was like all like it was like essentially the boy who cries wolf.
Yeah, and like they literally take over an alien spaceship, and they're like fucking shit up with it.
You know what that reminds me of? Jimmy Neutron, the movie.
Oh my god.
You know, with where the kids in America, and they turn all the fucking theme park rides into rocket ships. Yeah, good times, man.
The pants come to life.
Oh yeah, shit, they did, right? And then they were like egg people. Isn't that the whole thing? They're egg people and giant chickens.
Nothing made any sense. Like, the show just does not make sense.
Can we like talk, old Nickelodeon shows were just like they were on drugs.
And it's one of those is like, I know there was a whole documentary about it where like Nickelodeon kept having like power cuts and shit like that the entire time. So like the fact that that show ever came out was just astonishing. And they moved the timetable for Jimmy Neutron like 15 different times.
Did they? I didn't even know that. Wait, hold on. Cupcake says for $2, do you Wang Chung? I might be a little bored.
Like the martial art?
I don't get it. Your autism might not be vibing with our autism. We're vibrating at different frequencies, according to Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop. Thanks
according
for $2.
According to my Love Sense app.
Why do you have it set to vibrate to Rob Zombie's Dragula?
Because I wanted to shoot across the floor, duh.
We call that the power of the prostate. Anyway, so. But wait, what, bulls with nipples shooting? Oh wait, Wang Chung, the
Barnyard?
Barnyard? Yeah, it's definitely not milk.
We're talking about Barnyard.
I think, yeah. Barnyard was, Barnyard.
Yeah, except for the bulls with nipples. It's because it was entirely like them just going like, we have to make this look as much like a cow as possible, and people are stupid.
I think Cupcake might be having an aneurysm.
Cupcake, are you good, bud?
Yeah, you want to talk about it, bud? Do you need help? Do you need somebody to call 911 for you?
It's not gonna be us, but yeah, I mean, somebody should.
Like, I'm the kind of friend that, like, if you're like having a seizure on the floor, I'm gonna like see if I can like make chocolate milk with your shakiness. You know, I'm gonna like,
yeah, as long as you're not like, you know, dying. But it's also the whole thing. Both of us know for a fact that it's outside of medical seizures and like just standard like you're having a seizure. It's like they aren't gonna bite your tongue off. Everything around them's fine. Like they're good.
I can duct tape this thing with chocolate milk to his head. You know, like I can. Kind of like, you know, if Michael J. Fox was my friend, I would use his Parkinson's.
They would probably laugh when they're done.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's like go to Michael J. Fox, you're friends with him, and you say, hey, Michael, and then you give him, like, you know, something that you want shaken, right?
No, you don't steal their wallet, Mutt. Like, we're friends. I'm not going to steal your wallet. I am going to make something hilarious and videotape it.
Yes. Yes. Did you see that video?
Which one?
It was a guy who fell asleep at, like, his friend's house, and they all just posed in different ways.
I've seen a few videos like this.
That was so funny. He woke up halfway through and then he didn't even know what was going on, and they finished the video with like them like over the couch like in a pose, and he was just like, I'm gonna go. It was the greatest thing ever. Oh, so much fun.
Michael J. Fox, the human Nesquik machine.
I mean, let's be real. I was gonna say his wife's probably really happy.
It vibrates to her pleasure.
No batteries required. Just fucking. Just kidding. Man can't drink a soda though.
Internally warmed.
Now, didn't they give him like one of the first pairs of the sneakers that actually like fit to your foot?
Yeah.
Nike? Yeah. Good.
They also gave him like the spoon that like has that auto gyrator inside of it, so like he can actually eat food with it and shit like that.
Oh, that's fucking neat. That's awesome. Though.
It's got like the same technology that they use for the steady cameras.
Okay. That's pretty
so
neat.
like it literally moves with you unless you're like doing this. So like the standard Parkinson's shit is fine.
Frenchie says we really do have reserved seats in hell. All of these are things I genuinely believe that Michael J. Fox would also say.
I mean, he's known to be a comedian, so, and his talk shit about his own Parkinson's.
I mean, you kind of have to at that point, right?
Bad enough that people that have like looked at him aghast, and he's like, "What? I'm the one with it, fuckers."
Fair. My dream is to have one during sex to see if I can compete with toys. Wait, to have what? Parkinson's? Let me really quick just have temporary Parkinson's during the sex.
During the sex.
Oh man.
You know, Parkinson's, that known temporary thing.
Yep, it's like a cold, man. It goes away real quick.
It's not herpes.
Yeah, herpes is forever. Parkinson's, however, no. Jesus, can you imagine if there was like a sickness that you could get for like a week that just made you shake uncontrollably? How fucking funny would that be? Some like neurological temporary cold that just made you start vibrating and like spazzing out. It's like you just looking like the most retarded epileptic. And it's like, imagine that, and then imagine it's like prom week. No, but like imagine it's prom, right? And like you have to go dance. Yeah, it's just you're trying to dance and you just start shaking. Like convulsing.
Oh man, he's got the shakes.
What would you call the disease?
The shivers.
The convulsulitis. Like
No,
I don't even know.
I just want to start making it sound like old like 1800s diseases again.
Oh, the shakes. Yeah, that does kind of sound like the old like.
He's got the ghost.
He's got ghost in his blood. Gotta give me cocaine, right?
Again.
God damn it.
Put eels in his ass, that'll fix it.
Intro tunes were a stellar choice. Wait, what intro tunes? Are you talking about the metal music, the intro of stream?
The hippity hoppity?
Are you talking about my song Hippity Hoppity? Is that what you're talking about?
There's a reason people think you're a misogynist.
You know what's really funny is my wife's the misogynist, man. I'm not a misogynist. I love women. I just hate their rights. No, I'm just... I just don't like it when they vote. You know what? My wife tonight actually said, she goes, she says, I'm beat. Right? Like meaning I'm tired, right? And I said, I didn't even hit you yet today. And she was just like, she just kind of looked at me and was just like, Jesus fuck, dude. Like, I thought it was funny. My bad. I thought it was a good joke.
Why did I marry you?
I mean, down with the shakeness. Oh God. Oh dear. Wait, hold on.
You get the shivers from consuming human meat? Yeah, because it's shitty.
Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. We're not really the most well-marbled species.
I don't know why people would want to eat people like, no.
I want to know whether or not we taste good.
No, people said we taste delicious. It's the whole thing, but it's still me going like, I know what I put in my body. I want to eat somebody that's put what I've put my body in them.
That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. By the way, Shannon says I would have absolutely laughed. Thank you. Remember, it's not misogynistic. Okay.
If you're right.
It's not misogynistic because I'm a man. And men are always right. It's not misogyny. It's just nihilism, as my song says. So yeah, but Hannibal would say a lot of things, you know, like Clarice, you know, and like you just do this weird thing, you know. I only do that during sex.
And he was literally insane and forced to eat his sister.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, in the show Hannibal, like.
Oh, I didn't see the show.
They were captured by some people and like they literally like killed and chopped up the sister and like turned it into food, and then he was forced to eat it. He didn't find out until afterwards.
Oh, fuck.
That's part of what drove him insane.
Okay, Cupcake with another $2 says Wang Chung was a British band from the 80s. Well, there you go. First off, I fucking hate most 80s music. Second off, I despise the British.
I mean, most 80s music's trash.
It's also just, I just don't like over synth music, man.
I am fine with synth where it belongs, and there's like full-on synth, like techno shit that's really good, but it's a specific genre.
I just don't like repeated noises, and repeated noises bother the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like it's like
we've talked about this. Like, I really like a lot of EDM, and like we do not like the same EDM.
Yeah, I can't
But
do. Yeah.
I also don't like the same type of EDM that fucking Mephisto's into, because Mephisto's really into just like, this is literally the same beat over and over again, and the dude's just saying, "Grow."
Okay, fair. I will say Ozzy's best work was in the 80s. I will give you that. There was a lot of good metal, but at the same time, for every piece of good metal, there were 3 pieces of bad glam metal. And that is an absolute
So what
fact.
you're saying is there are exceptions.
Yeah, there are exceptions to everything.
Because you got like that 70s to 80s where everything was like shitty ballads and like over synth and really bad metal, like,
well, like, okay, like fucking remember the boy band era? Like, that was shit, you know, but the Goo Goo Dolls was around then.
But it's gonna be May.
Where's my gun?
Just literally surrounding you.
Yeah, there's actually one right there. I just can't show it on the live stream. Haha, there's also another one right over there. And
it's
then
just
there's
blurry.
one over there. It is blurry.
This is like, I could see at least one from here, possibly 2, because I don't know if there's one over there on the left-hand side too.
Oh, that is. Yeah, that.
No, the other side.
Oh,
left for me, right for you. Because a lot of times you've got one laying over there too.
So there's a rifle there. There's a rifle laying there, and there's a fucking rifle there.
There's 2 of them there.
There's another rifle over there. There's a handgun here. There's a handgun here. There's a shotgun over here. There's guns.
My rifle's downstairs and loaded because we have a giant groundhog I've been trying to kill for like the past 3 weeks.
It's my censor's gun. Yes. Okay, Queen was great. Queen was great. I will 100%.
You also can't compare Queen to literally anything else.
That is true. They were like their own kind of type of music too. Like, I feel like they redefined the genre. What am I supposed to see in general, chat?
Is it the one where the lady shoots diarrhea at person behind her? Because that's a whole thing that you posted.
Launching explosive diarrhea out of her rear end in another driver's car during road rage incident. Fucking nice, dude. Proper woman right there. I like them when they're a little flirty. I like them when they're fighty. Fighty and bitey.
Flirty and squirty.
You are my fire. Anyway.
My one desire.
It burns when I pee.
I've got Hep C.
Tell me why. That's less shitting than Buffalo schools. I mean, so is gonorrhea, but like, you know.
Biological warfare road rage. You thought getting shot was the worst you'd face?
Hey. Fair. Struggle, snuggle, what's going on? Yes, sometimes. It depends if she says no or not. No, just God, okay, that was bad.
Oh, that's bad.
That was real bad. Remember, 3 no's and a yes is still a yes. As we said earlier.
I think it's a Family Guy.
I think it was
James Bond.
Yeah, it was Sean Connery in Family Guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
3 no's and a yes is still yes. So
100%. It's so bad. It's so funny though. You see, but that's the great thing about women having no rights. It's because if you don't have the right to talk, right? You don't have the right to say no. And that's why we have a birth rate crisis, is because women are saying, okay, I got gotta stop.
Just because there's so many whores.
Dude, my fucking wife would even be like, okay, now you're getting a little too far. Mind you, this is the woman that wants to repeal the 19th. So, that's where I draw the damn line? No. I didn't draw it there. YouTube did.
We aren't bringing in Jim Crow laws. We're bringing in Jane Crow laws.
Yeah. Damn you, G.I. Jane, and your feminist plot. How dare you think you're allowed to drive a car? My fucking TRX should not have curb rash.
I mean, that's just like 80% of people on the road.
Wait, Shannon, why are you barking, Shannon?
Because she's a good girl.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. I love that. You know what the best thing is? I'm wearing an M&P shield fucking shirt. I can't even hold an M&P shield because it's too small for my hand.
What the hell is going on in our chat right now?
I don't know. Wait, hold on. Cupcake with $2 says, women have no rights. Does that explain the lefties? Well, so Beyonce's song is called To the Left, because women have no rights.
She also has all the single ladies while she has more fucking rings than most people in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, but you have to remember that her husband does have herpes. Allegedly.
Yeah, from her.
Bumpy puss. Wow, the autism really just, we were like actually maintaining some logical cohesion earlier, and now it's just all over the place, and we're just like, yep. God fucking damn. It's not a Handmaid's Tale. I don't believe that we should have like baby factories or anything like that. I just believe that harem should be legal for me.
Also, like, Handmaid's Tale is really shitty, and you can tell it's written by somebody that doesn't actually understand how any governance or people would work ever.
Just like Hunger Games.
Which is really upsetting because, like, if you she has another book series called Gregor the Overlander. Like, it is a really good, like, young adult series.
Yeah.
That is fucking phenomenal, and it's 100 times better than the Hunger Games.
I feel like there's a lot of that.
It is one of those that, like, I would recommend even for, like, you and your daughter both to read, because it's a really good series. Literally, a kid just ends up, like, his little sister falls down, like, a air vent inside of his apartment building, and he tries to go down and get her. And little sister, I mean, like, 3 or 4, like still in diapers.
Actual child.
Yeah. And, like, he ends up literally, like, in the mole people type world, and, like, there's a form of humans down there and shit like that, but it's like this whole thing and goes into, like, a whole war down there, and it's fucking phenomenal.
And then we got fucking Katniss Everdeen. You know what? At least Katniss Everdeen did inspire for my previous cat, who is now in heaven waiting for me across the Rainbow Bridge. It led to her nickname, which was Fatness Everdeen.
And it's just,
it's a good name.
The thing that upsets me is, like, so Hunger Games wasn't that terrible of a series. Like, it wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible.
I didn't mind it. You know what I hated? I hated the names. PETA.
Well, and it's not just that.
Like PETA
because
bread?
you've got the most, like, bullshit names, and it's the very end is, the government, the rebel government she's working for, literally blows up her sister, blames it on the government they're trying to take over. She loses her mind. It is a level of, like, war-torn PTSD and, like, has no mentality left, and is forced to marry PETA so she doesn't kill herself.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, hold on. Let's go back. We've got comments.
That is legitimately the entirety, like, the entire, like, last 5 chapters of the fucking book.
I look like a sheepdog.
You look like you're about to start, like, talking to me about what you've been doing at your, like, coffee business.
So what we do is we are the only artisan coffee brewers that roast our coffee using
remnants of period blood.
No, using only the recycled heat from a Toyota Prius engine.
Thus making it 100% ecologically sound.
You want our carbon monoxide mocha?
This still tastes like Starbucks.
Wait, I fucking
So
wrote
bad.
what did I fucking wrote something like your what did I say? I said beer is a better breakfast beverage than your mocha frappafucka on fucking Twitter, and people were like, What about is it better than the, like, just the normal fucka? I said the fucka, yeah. It was like the fucky, no.
What the hell is happening right now?
I don't know, man. I do mind being Mormon because I don't want to soak. I want to thrust. That's what I want to do. There we go. Sorry, I had to fix my hair.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on in our chat.
I don't know. There's Nut Juice and Highlander Steer. Gregor was lit. I don't know who Gregor is, but also Shannon says being a woman with a conservative leaning.
Gregor the Overlander. It was the name of the other series.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to read that. Can you send that to me in a DM?
Yeah, I gotta go find it on Amazon.
Shannon says being a wait. What state is it brutal to be a woman with a conservative leaning? Because I do feel like there are states out there that is genuinely like to have a conservative leaning must be hell.
California,
New York, New Jersey,
Oregon,
Connecticut, Oregon,
Washington.
Washington.
At least in like the main cities.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's pretty bad these days. Beer, it's liquid bread, it's good for you. Exactly, thank you. See, I can guess California. Okay, so we're just like blue states. Illinois is another really bad one.
Any one of them.
Connecticut is fucking nice. So one of my friends was just able, I want you to understand this, guys. He has had his medical practice for sale in Connecticut for 12 years. Just sold it. He just sold it. 12 years. And it was underpriced. He had to take a loss on it. He's leaving the state, by the way.
So, we used to have a local medical practice, and it was like a collection of like 15 different doctors.
Yeah.
That in the 10 years that I was gone from my hometown, most of them retired or died. Like, most of them were just old, like literally in their 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Many of them had children and grandchildren that they like are doctors and they offer them to, and all of them were like, no, I'd rather go work for the hospital, which is a steady paycheck because it's constant salary. Even though the hospital gets to dictate what they are allowed to do.
Yep. No, hospital systems are the reason that healthcare is as expensive as it is hospitals and insurance companies. It is not your local doctor's fault.
Because private medical practices, most of them will work with you on bills and everything like that. A lot of them will just go like, no, come in here if you have an emergency, etc. It was the hospitals that ran them out of business.
So they buy them. And so I will say this, Dimmy, because for anybody who doesn't know, I have type 1 diabetes. Okay. I'm an insulin dependent diabetic. Okay. So most people have to go to like an endocrinologist, right? Yeah. I have one that does house calls. I pay less than they do in insurance.
Yep.
I pay like fucking $40 a month. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like $40 a month. And my fucking doctor will fucking come to my house. And you want to know why? Doesn't accept insurance.
Because the insurance will force the rest of your rates to go up so that you can cover their insurance.
Because the laws dictate things that, oh, if we know you have insurance, it has to go through the insurance. Fucking nonsense. It all needs to be abolished and wiped clean.
Yep. Insurance companies are a bane upon humanity.
When I was really, really sick, this is years and years ago, but I was really, really sick. My doctor came to the fucking house with an IV bag and was like, hey, I know you're really sick. You know, your wife's been saying you've been vomiting, blah, 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 which I had. It's like, okay, I want to make sure you get enough fluids. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
So,
and those are good doctors, and we need to go back to that practice.
He's a great dude. I still have, I just fucking text him whenever the fuck I want.
Like, I don't have anyone near me that I can do that with because all of the hospitals have taken up all the small practices.
That's what they're doing.
Like, about the only ones you can do that with are like dentists, because there's a couple dentists near me that are really good people. And like, I know you aren't going to be able to pay for the thing that you need taken care of. We can talk about it, you know, like really extended, like even if it takes you 2 years to pay the $300 you owe me type people.
Yeah. No, I
like
mean,
just backcountry dudes.
Yeah, I like the idea of a local, because also a local practice is going to be part of your community.
Oh,
and that's just way better.
Actually, talking about another thing that's medical in nature. Did you know that like all of the fucking farm stores and shit like that are getting rid of penicillin?
No.
In their stores? Like, so usually at your farm stores, feed stores, shit like that.
Yeah.
Tractor Supply, Rural King, even the other ones, these are just ones people know off the top of their head. You could buy like the thing of penicillin so you can take care of your animals yourself at home.
Yeah.
Because generally most farmers know how to take care of their animals. Like if it just has a basic infection,
The basic shit they do, and then if there's something else, they have a specific vet that they call. But yeah.
We had run out. Actually, it was at my house in the fucking house fire, but we'd had a thing of it for a while, and it like really doesn't go bad.
Yeah,
like,
it
does,
loses
but
potency. Yeah.
But you're still using the same thing, and you're needing a very minimal amount for an animal.
Yeah.
Especially since we were using it for like cats. Dad was trained to be a fucking vet. He just never went through the whole becoming the doctor part of it. So we'd take care of our fucking farm animals, house animals, etc.
Yeah.
We can't get fucking penicillin anymore, and it's like they're making it so you have to go to a vet. So you're paying thousands of dollars to do this shit now.
Or is that a national thing?
He's checked a couple places out of state, and he hasn't been able to see it. So like when he went down to Alabama, he checked a couple of the farm stores there.
I'll have to check by me. I haven't had to go in a while, because the last time I had to go was when fucking Bella came here with a busted fucking ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's good, by the way.
Good.
She has given an entire new season's worth of baby deer. So
nice.
More food.
Well, and it's just like I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Like I said, we go to a farm store at least once a month to get like cat food and like random odd-ends, shit like that. They also a lot of times have good deals on like home shit. And it's like we've looked every time we've been at one of them, and it's no, can't get it anymore.
That's insane. That is insane. Managed to convince Teddy to essentially monopolize the medical industry, and more importantly, the medical training industry. Training industry shit.
They didn't convince Teddy of that. He was fighting them the entire time, and it was one of those where he had to basically go, I will allow this to allow for them to allow a lot of the other shit he was trying to do to fix the country. And at that point in time, it wasn't such a terrible thing, because there were a lot of really shitty private practices that was throughout the entirety of the fucking US. Like we were having people that were saying they were doctors that were just basically killing people.
But by the way, so Shannon says, deer, fun to pet, better to chew. Literally my pet deer.
She's a good girl.
Yeah, no, she is a fucking, like, look at this little fucker. Look at this little fucker.
It is so blurry right now.
Yeah, she's a
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's a good girl.
Adorable.
I love her. She's such a mush, dude. And like, for anybody like who's like, oh, that's just a wild deer and they'll let you pet him. No, she doesn't let me just pet her. She lets me pick her up. She lets me scratch her belly, and then she does leg kicks like a fucking dog. She brings her new babies to me for inspection. She sleeps in my garage. She has been inside my home. I live in the middle of the fucking woods. I'm that kind of redneck.
I mean, deer are pretty awesome.
Deer are fucking cool, dude. Great, they do taste good. They do taste good. But
I want to pet elk.
Elk are a bit more touch and go.
Angry?
Yeah. Yeah, they're a bit more like, you got a little close. I'm going to kill you now. Moose are especially so. Moose are, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Moose are bipolar.
Yeah, moose are bipolar. They're, I'm going to kill you. But then at the same time, I'm going to kill everything around you, and then I'm going to frolic and dance. And then I'm going to fight a shark, because that actually happens. Yeah.
Well, they eat killer whales.
I am the Foal Inspector, backwoods druid. Wait, okay, Dimmy. What D&D am I?
You're definitely human.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ranger, possibly multi-class druid.
Okay.
Because you are a very much outdoorsy person. You're very much a get in touch with nature. everything religious that we talk about is usually leaning towards the religions of nature base.
Yeah.
And it is Ranger leans that way, but I could also see if you were in a world where you could use magic, you would absolutely do the druid mix instead of just Ranger.
I could follow that. Yeah. I agree.
Whereas I'm absolutely a druid artificer.
I can also see
Why
that.
not?
I could see that. Also, wait,
I
shit.
like playing with technology and nature.
Arden says, did you know Sweden attempted to create a unit of moose cavalry? That doesn't surprise me, considering I'm fucking Swedish.
6'5", he's at least part giant. Humans, even in D&D, can get up to 7 foot. You're good. And you gotta remember, like, he could be part giant, but humans fuck anything that has the ability to fuck them.
Wait a minute.
Where do you think literally all of the half races came from? There are half elves, there are half orcs, there are half giants, half ogres.
Demi,
do we need to talk about the dragon?
Are you saying that I'm a whore, but just saying I'm a whore in a roundabout way?
Where do you think tieflings and Azamar came from? They fuck demons and fucking gods.
Demons probably give like wicked head, like just solid.
Where do you think they got the Ganassi? The Ganassi are literally part elemental, but they're half humanoid, which means a human fucked an elemental. How? We don't know, but it happened.
Shannon says, I was an arcane archer until I got smoked by a beholder. Any hole is a goal. Oh dear.
Any port in a storm.
Yeah, I too listen to August Burns Red while I have sex.
Lucky there aren't any half doorknobs. I want you to understand that Warforged exist and some of them have human souls in them. So
see, but now we're getting into like Pokemon territory with like the anything past Gen 1, because I'm a Gen 1er, mind you. I don't believe anything past that is fucking real. I think it's all nonsense. And that's because now they're like, these keys are Pokemon. This thing is a Pokemon. This cloud is a Pokemon. And it's like, motherfucker, fuck you.
I mean, I'm on this, except for any evolution. The evolutions are all canon, and I will fight.
Evolutions, I will agree, are all canon. I will agree with you. Leafeon is fucking awesome. Embryon makes me just...
They're all adorable, and I want a Sylphion, okay?
I can agree with that. The only one I don't want is a Vaporeon.
Is it because everyone wants to fuck it?
Yeah. I don't want to fuck it.
No, I still like it. It's adorable.
I don't know. I don't like fish, so you just it kind of loses me with the scales.
Yeah, but it can also control water.
Yeah, but so can a super soaker.
Yeah, but it can help make gardening great, and like it can take care of like your streams near you, kind of like an actual
Can it do my pressure washing?
Probably.
Okay, maybe I'll keep one around.
Then it just helps you do the pressure washing, and like the Leafeon gets rid of all of the like random bramble and shit like that that's there.
Frenchie, fuck yokai lore, fuck that nonsense, dude. Adding just random shit because they ran out of fucking ideas and then stealing it from other shit, no. It's lazy. It's laziness and I hate it. SM says, I want to tap me and Eevee.
I just want one as a pet.
The animals. Stop
fucking the
animals. I'm gonna say, just don't.
You gotta remember, like, in canon, they're essentially like foxes. Like, stop fucking them. They're adorable.
Please.
They're pets. Like, they should get all of the scritches and treat. Stop trying to have sex with them. Stop looking at E621.
No, there's one Pokemon I give you permission to fuck. Mr. Mime.
No. I have another one.
Jinx.
Gardevoir. You want to know why?
Why?
Because if it has the psychic ability to be able to not only read my mind at all moments, but also crush me into a ball smaller than a 1-inch cube, I think that if it allows me to fuck it, there's consent.
Ditto. You could fuck a Ditto.
No, because Ditto's like, its intelligence actually ridiculously low. There's no consent there.
Yeah, but it's also just cum. It's just sloppy seconds, but it moves.
Oh, no. That already exists. It's called muck.
You're right, actually. You're right. Do Lopunny count as an animal?
Yes, it is just a rabbit that's slightly humanoid.
Jesus fuck. How is this where we ended up tonight? Fuck. Go from talking about how angry cops is like, we were like, hey, here's the update, kind of. We're gonna talk about some of the comments and stuff. By the way, don't put your dick in a Pikachu. You know, like...
I mean, it would come to a shocking conclusion.
Ditto is someone with downs. Have a seat over here. Actually, you know what? They're right. Don't fuck dittos.
Yeah, there's no actual consent there. Like it's too
fair.
like smiley and happy. It's just there.
It's downs. It's got downs.
The reason why I'm just like Gardevoir is like it understands human language, very much understands human emotion, is known to be like very happy with its caretakers, and it's one of those where it legitimately is one of the strongest psychic Pokemon besides Mew.
Furries? That's how I don't believe in furries.
They just don't exist. They're not
They're
real.
like Canada. They're not real, man.
Like a third of our fucking viewer base is furries.
No, it's way less than that. It's like 5 of them, and they're just loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the rest of them are there too. Because remember, there's a whole hidden side of the furry community. Like every IT guy in existence.
Well, actually, yeah, it's actually why insurance rates go so fucking insanely high whenever there's like a fur con. Because they're worried about the tech sector actually going down if one of the planes goes down.
Yep. It's not a joke, by the way, kids. That's real.
Actually, that happens, yeah.
It's like, I think 60 or 70% estimated is furries.
It's dropping more and more because of hunting seasons. I do believe, and I've said this to Turd. I have said this to Turd, who is a furry. I've said, I believe that if you believe that you're an animal and you want to dress up like one, that comes with a degree of responsibility, and we
that
should
if you're
legally,
in fursuit,
we should
legally hunt you.
If you want to pretend you're a fox, foxes can be hunted. You want to fucking remember that girl on Twitch or they them thing that was on Twitch that pretended it was a deer and was like purring with like a fat lesbian petting it like that? Yeah, we should be able to hunt you. You want to pretend you're a deer? Okay, deerkin. Like, go hop around in my woods real quick. Like,
all I'm saying is I would fucking anthropomorphic, furry. Like it has to be at least 70 to 80% human.
how much would tags cost for furry hunting? It's a great question, Shannon.
That's a great question. It should be weight based.
You think it'd be weight based?
Yeah, the heavier it is, the less you have to pay.
We're removing the fat ones. I'm okay with this. I believe that this we are solving a lot of the issues that the world has currently.
And all I'm saying is tail plugs and ears do not make you a furry. It's just kinky.
It depends. Are you wearing them to school? Because there are a bunch of people that are apparently wearing that to like colleges and high schools now, and it's like
entirely just for sex or cosplay.
Okay, that's
for cosplay.
fine, yeah.
It's just cosplay.
That's fair. That's fair. I still also believe, genuinely though, that like we have to bring a degree of shame back. Like, here's the thing: if you're a fucking furry,
absolutely.
I don't give a shit.
Bullying and shame kept America strong.
It fucking did, yes. And the problem is like, oh, okay, people are like, they take it as, oh, people accept that I'm a furry now. I can wear my fursuit outside. No, we don't care what you do in your own home. Keep that shit there. That just like I'm not walking around plopping my dick on my wife's forehead and calling her a unicorn in the middle of Walmart.
That's an
I
at-home
do that at
thing.
home. That's an at-home thing. That's not a out in Walmart thing, okay?
It's at that same level. It's like you can wear your color, and I'm not going to be bothered by it. But as soon as you have somebody leading you by a leash and you're calling them master in public, I feel like I should be able to make fun of you.
And there's an actual kink about this, and it's big in that fucking whatever fucking they them it community where they actually get off on like people shaming them, and it's like, okay, make that illegal.
Yeah, it's just a humiliation fetish, but like that once again should be a at-home thing.
Wait.
Or like within your reserved group, like you're at a fucking resort or whatever, and it's like specifically everyone here knows what's happening.
So Shannon, you say that you've never, even in California, you've never seen a furry outside of a convention. I have.
I've seen quite a few of them.
I've only seen one, and do you know where it was? I was in Wilkes. I was in Wilkes. Close. Target. And they were one of the Fox people walking in with their fucking mom and shit. And do you know what made me really happy?
The mom was berating them.
Kind of. Like, not just the mom. People just walking by being like, did you see that retarded kid with the Fox thing? And I'm like, bullying so back. It made me so happy. Anyway.
So there's a level of bullying that we need, and it's that shame level bullying. Like, I'm not saying just be an asshole for no reason.
Yeah, no.
But it's straight up like, you've got that kid that's doing shit that is fucking weird. You should be able to bully them.
Like, okay, if you see the kid Naruto running during recess, right? Unironically, make fun of them.
You can't make fun of him because he watches Naruto. While I don't like it as a show, it's an enjoyment thing. Like going, I like this. If they make their personality going screaming, believe it. Maybe kick sand in their eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, if they are outside screaming at the top of their lungs and then breathing real heavy, like that one kid in the video where he thinks he can go Super Saiyan, maybe punch him a couple times. Maybe just call him stupid.
No. You just got to tell them like sands only get stronger if they get that close to death. You know, like you've got to come back from it and just keep kicking the shit out of them. It's a Sand Rulebook 101.
Fuck, and then just fucking yell at them at the fucking very end like Vegeta and just be like, I've never taken pride in another. It'd be beautiful. So what we're saying is, as somebody who was bullied and tortured, don't torture,
bullying
but bully.
Should be allowed.
Yeah. Torture.
There is a level. There is a level. Like, you don't make fun of the kid who has, like a family death and they're fucked up, disabilities, things like that.
Yeah.
Things that truly can't be helped.
100%.
But it's one of those like this motherfucker is walking around and I'm not even gonna do it like you're walking around in a 3-piece suit and walking like, all right, I'm you know what? Cool. Bring that fashion back. I'm fine with this. But the moment that you start walking around in a fursuit at school and saying that you got to poop in a litter box, all right, no, we're making you go outside in the yard and we get to spray you with a hose.
Bad kitty cat. I also wish the early 2000s goths would make a comeback. That way I would have more things to have sex with.
Dude, it was the best generation because that just like gothic slutty.
The original Hot Topic generation was pretty good. Like the original, when Hot Topic first came out.
Like before it became like the long sleeves and like mewing shit.
Yeah.
But that like gothic grunge level where it was straight up like Evanescence, like.
I liked it. I just got like a fucking weird.
Like girls were dressing up like they were extras in a Kate Beckinsale movie, okay?
My thing was just like, okay, this is gonna sound really fucked up. Okay, you know the old saying, if she smokes, she pokes?
Yeah.
If she cuts her wrist, she does anal. So, like, I'm just...
I'm sure we can say that on YouTube.
I'm calling it how it is, though. Like, I have experience. I went through fucking school. I graduated in 05, man. Like, you know, my generation...
to be fair, their entire thing is like, I need to feel pain to be able to relieve the pain, but...
And it was horizontal, not vertical. They were doing it for attention, not results. So, like...
They just really like barcodes.
But here's the thing. A lot of it was like a masochism thing. Yeah. So it's true.
And you've got to teach them better ways of masochism. You know, spanking. Butt stuff.
Spanking and butts. Joking.
You know, responsible things. The BDSM community.
That's why leather is so big in goth culture.
It's so uncomfortable, though.
I'm so fucking sorry for that fucking one thing. That might get me in trouble with YouTube if I'm being 100. Ooh.
I was like, I'm not sure we could say that, Tech.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I gotta pee again.
Yeah, leave me with that, fucker. So what do you think, chat? Should bring back goths. We should make them fight the new age, like furries and blue-haired people. I want old school like late 90s, early 2000s goths became like full revitalization music and everything, and just fight new age bullshit. Like it'd be phenomenal. I'm imagining the wars because you've just got really, really shitty like like the parade, stuff like that, and it's literally against somebody's, like an entire group in half suits and like the sluttiest goth wear you can imagine that know how to use weapons and are singing NCR. Like, this sounds phenomenal to me. I need this. Jack, we need to do a thing. We're bringing back the goths. We need to make this movement. Goths versus the alphabet. Are they based? What the hell did you just send me? Ah. Celebrity deathmatch style. Are they based though? Honestly, most goths I know are. They're pretty fucking based. Like actual goths, not the ones that are doing it for like attention. The ones that live that style. They're great people. Oh, I don't have much to talk about anymore. We've been here too long. I always play the goths in AE too. Wait, rock goths. I mean, what's the difference between a Roman and me? Both of them are worried about getting donned by a goth girl. Okay.
Those are, no. Those are not the wrong goths. Those are what the good goths are based off of. That aesthetic is actually part of those goths. Yeah. It's Christian Renaissance, actually.
It is entirely taking the motto and lifestyle of Memento Mori into a physical aspect, which was an entire subsection of Catholicism.
Thank you.
Much like the St. Peter's Cross that everybody thinks is, satanic for some fucking reason.
Yes, that too. What
hilarious.
Oh my god, if you make the cross go upside down, it means the devil.
And the pentagram, which for the longest time had absolutely nothing to do with the devil, and that was actually very later when they were going against the Memento Mori crowd.
You can't make a joke, Cupcake. You want to know why? Because you're a fucking baked good, okay? And nobody respects baked goods.
You can't make a fucking joke if I could punt you.
Yeah. You can't make a joke if you're more autistic than me.
Modern goth is not the same as the Visigoths. I mean, want to make a bet? I bet. Hey, Tack, we've got a video we got to make.
What? We're comparing them?
Visigoth, the Goths.
Visigoth, the Goths? Send it to me. Send it to me in a DM. I will see if I can put this together. It's gonna be about, you know what's gonna be? It's just gonna be like India versus Pakistan, but goth. Goth and way more dancing.
Visigoth to goth timeline. Right under the image you sent me of just a friendly reminder to check each other for ticks this summer.
Yeah, I care about my friends. I want you guys to understand, Demi and I said each other the most fucked up shit. And it's beautiful.
I'm sending you some of the shit I send them, which is like some of the most fucked up porn, but it's not the I'm here for porn. It's just a how.
Wait, Shannon says talk history to me. Have you not seen my timeline videos? It's literally just autistic history and me going, hey, so this weird thing happened and that led to this other weird thing. it's
your latest one.
My latest one, Frozen Toe, led to a
Frozen Toe to fucking forgotten
weapons and autism. it's accurate. Dude, here's the thing. You can source it directly. Like the unsub one, the first one that I ever did, that everybody was like, the fuck, this is the greatest piece of autism I've ever seen. That one. Everybody
was that the one where we got what's his nuts to delete his Twitter?
Zach Bryan, yeah. How World War II. Wait, was it It was World War One and unsub caused Zach Bryan to lose Twitter. And so that whole one, after we did that, I just kept going and shit. But like those ones typically, like there was like a little bit of like maybe you had to make a leap, right? Like, oh, this led to a trend, and because of that trend, this thing happened, right? No. Forgotten Weapons is literally this happened, this happened, this happened. This specific guy did this thing, and then also that guy also fucking hired Ian McCollum. Like it was direct. It is a straight fucking line. There's no convoluted shit.
I mean, to be fair, the ones for the Zach Bryan was a direct line.
It was more direct than people believe. But
because
like,
it was the history of World War II and all of that bullshit getting convoluted, then the fat electrician, then that being added the fucking unsub, and then what unsub did that caused Zach Bryan to.
Shannon goes, no, I just started following your channel. Oh, you're gonna fucking have a great time here. It's just autism all the time. So fucking enjoy. Yeah. Fuck yeah. So you'd say poor Zach. He has I do have several channels. I have another channel that we're doing. Dimmy and I are going to be doing a 7 Days to Die Red versus Blue series on, which is going to be super fun. I'm having fun with it. The shorts are doing pretty well. We do need to record more though. I'm so sorry about this fucking week. That headache really fucked me up though.
You're good, bud.
Yeah.
I got some set shit ready.
Oh, fucking neat. Hell yeah. You're a beautiful human.
I also made the giant hole, which was entertaining.
I also made a giant hole.
Did you at least make her dinner beforehand?
Yes. I did. I cooked her steak.
There you go.
It
actually, entertainingly, is I'm sitting there like in the fucking god mode, just floating with a rocket launcher going, I'm not digging a hole. I'm just firing high explosive at the ground. So there's a hole that's just like 10 by 10, and that's what we're using.
It's a beautiful thing. You're a historian, so you love so Shannon is a historian. So I'm not.
I am.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not a historian. I am just somebody who loves history, and we've had these conversations. Like, I'm a theological, like you and I debate like theological premise and religious kind of histories, and we
talk about the theologies and like where they all bases from, and no matter what belief is, it's like there's a whole lot of interconnecting spires that are pretty interesting once you start getting into them.
Well, that's the thing, is that history in itself is interesting, but at the same time, it's one of the weirdest fucking things, especially due to the butterfly effect, because once you do one fucking stupid, insignificant thing that you believe is insignificant, it can lead to the most drastic of fucking outcomes, which we have found time and time again.
And it's really entertaining when people believe that their lives are completely insignificant and nothing they do matters. But we have, hundreds of thousands of these stories, even in local times, modern times, those around you, even where it's just like, yeah. And then I set down an orange here, and that led to these events. And people believe that they just will not affect anything around them. Nothing in their life is worthwhile. Yet we know for a fact that just the smallest of incidents, the smallest of words, the smallest of interactions is what leads to the greatest of things happening. So I think, like we've been here a while now. We could probably end it about now. And I kind of want to go out on the, no, you're worth something. You ever think you're art? Well, I mean, don't text us. We're assholes. But, legitimately reach out to the people that but love you in your lives, or, even the community, because our community is pretty fucking great. And just be like, hey, like this is going to my life, because the smallest of actions leads to the greatest of results. I mean, going back to the fat electrician, someone that most of us know now, and how successful he is, it literally started with his wife sending him TikToks while he had a ripped pec and he was working as an electrician. He's like, I'm funnier than these dipshits on TikTok, and it blew up from an Aldi video. Like, that's literally talking about a grocery store. He got over 1 million views in 24 hours.
Yeah, he blew up so fast.
Cool. And so he did one on, I believe it was the Marines, and then people told him to do it about the Army, and then 11 Bravo, and that's just how it kept going. And then he got sent to unsub because people was like, hey, I think that you'd like these. He didn't know anything about unsub, and then now he is doing long form content and is one of the best historians you will ever find for anything to
he's
deal
going
with
to college for it too, which was really funny. He said that he
he's
has
going
the
to
degree
college,
to back it up.
so he has the degree. He wants to get the doctorate in history, so he has the degree to back it up, and also the ability to rewrite history books that have been constantly rewritten by people that are doing the equivalent of whitewashing, but with history. Because they're trying to take away credit from a lot of people that worked very hard and lived their lives to make sure that you have the freedoms that you have today and have the ability to do what you're doing right now, and make it have nothing to do with them. No, always stand up for what you believe in. Always be a good person. You know, be amazing people out there, guys. Also, I'm pretty sure Tack's about to like lick his finger. Like he's doing some weird shit here. Like, see?
No, what I was going to say is because if you're putting that ending message of wholesome out there, I'm going to put.
Aren't you?
No, I'm going to say that if you haven't already, make sure to follow me and Dimmy on X.
Do anything on X.
Follow me on X.
Back on X.
Follow
You're gonna get
me
more
on
information.
X. I post some real weird shit on X, and join the Discord if you haven't already. Both should be in the links on the channel. And do all those things. And then just make sure that what you do, because he is no longer doing YouTube, so I'm going to recycle an old line from a particular person named Dr. Matt Carricker. Do something today that makes tomorrow just a little bit better. And if you don't...
Keep on YouTube.
Yep, and if you don't, well, fuck you then.